Yo, what's up, guys, and welcome to another episode of the Party Podcast, where we give you the hottest sports takes with a little bit of culture and lifestyle in there. It's your boy D Lamp.
Hey, it's your boy Melo.
It's your dog Huncho.
And it's your boy Jay-Tay.
Man, how everybody feeling? How everybody feeling today?
I'm good, man. I can't complain.
Same
Yeah,
here,
I'm
bro.
with
Same
I'm with
here.
Jay. I'm with Jay and Melo. I can't complain.
For sure, yeah,
Chilling.
I like that.
Hey, real quick, I ain't gonna lie, man. You've been putting out some fire this week.
Oh yeah.
Listen.
Wait, what?
Price going up.
Wait, what you
Been
said?
putting out some fire this week.
Oh man, I'm trying.
Price
bro.
going up.
hot.
Trying to stay
Yeah,
consistent,
bro.
man.
Come and get it while it's hot.
Consistent.
I'm trying to tell you, I've been rocking with it, bro. Keep
Yeah,
it
bro,
up.
that stuff's been nice.
Keep it up, Brody. I
Proud
see
of
the
you, bro.
progression.
Hey
I see
man,
the movement.
I was told as a youngin that consistency is key. So I'm trying to do better at that stuff. So yeah, we gonna see where it goes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all boys, man. So let's kick it off, man. So
Let's get it.
as y'all know,
Start the show.
we
wait,
always.
wait. Before you
What's
start,
up? What's up?
what episode?
It's-
Where we at?
I believe it's the first couple years of Kobe right now, ain't it?
Oh yeah, we at that
Oh,
we
yeah.
at that number 8.
We fro Kobe right now.
This Hall of Fame part 1.
Yeah, this
Thanks,
part one
yeah.
of his career.
Froby. We
This the
Froby
first-
right
hey,
now.
Look, this the first 16,000 points. Well, he got 3
Froby,
championships
man.
with this the first 3 titles, bro.
Yeah, first 3.
Episode 8, man. Facts, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Kobe,
Kobe.
man.
Alright.
R.I.P. Bean, man. But yeah, man, episode 8. As you all know, we always kick it off with our culture lifestyle topic. This week we're gonna kind of bring in an area in which we all kind of connect with. Not even kind of. I don't know why I said kind of. That's where we connect in this area for sure. Video games, man. So we're gonna talk about
Oh yeah.
some of our favorite. Well, first of all, we're gonna dive into the e-gaming aspect of things and how that's a competitive world right now. People really getting a check off of that, off playing the game.
Man.
Yes, sir.
And also favorite game. So let's go with let's go with e-gaming first. What y'all think about that? How y'all feel about that, man? Because all I know is when I was a kid, my folks used to tell me to go outside and go do something. Now kids can stay inside and play the game and get a check. So I don't. That's crazy to me. I never thought it would be like this. Like they got something at EK where they got like a gaming team or something?
Yeah, we got a gaming team at the high school.
That's
It's
wild,
funny that
bro.
It's funny that we're like talking about this because just this week, right? I was talking. Actually, we were at lunch. I was working the lunchroom, and
Yeah.
I was with. Shout out my dog E Large. With me and my boy E Large.
Shout out
was
E Large,
talking.
man.
Yeah, man. Shout out E Large, real one state champion, all that.
Oh yeah.
You know, was Hooper. You know, an all time great to come out of GR. But one of the kids at the table was watching a kid play the game. He was watching some YouTube a video game, and it blew his mind. So I was like, man, you have no idea, right? So I pull up the Twitch app, and I just, the home page, it show you the most popping videos, essentially, or most popping feeds at the moment. And I clicked on a random one. It was like 50,000 people watching. And I'm like, this is where it's going, right? Like, you can really do something in this, right? Like, people getting paid off of this. Like I said, there's esports teams. You getting scholarships to represent places now, as far as in the esports gaming. I can't even nowadays. You know what I mean? I try to watch. Not D-Lamp, but Van play the game, and I gotta watch an ad before I can even watch him play.
Yeah, man. It's
You
a
know,
whole ad.
Van on Twitch right now doing it big. I can't even. I don't even got ads on YouTube, but I got ads to watch you play.
I'm trash.
Nah, bro. But it's crazy though to see where it's going, right? Like you said, when we were growing up, not that our parents wouldn't let us play the game, but if we played too much of it, they was on our heads. You know what I mean? Whereas now it's like it's a whole movement of people that this younger generation is pushing that wave of enjoying just the art of the game. So it's cool from that perspective that's where it's going. I ain't got an issue with it. I know some people will, but I'm not one of those that got an issue with it. You know what I mean? What's your thoughts on the D-Lamp?
All right, so I think it's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you like to play the game, because we didn't even talk about it, but just to recap on things, if you, just in case you knew or you just now listening, that's how we all connected. This is how this podcast started. We all play the game.
Where'd the party come from?
We were in a game party. We were in a party where we all talked to each other on the game.
PlayStation. Shout out PlayStation.
Yeah, PlayStation. Shout out PlayStation. The Connect.
We don't rock with Xbox over here, man. Let's get that out there right now.
Bro.
No, bro, that
Look,
ain't.
I don't know what
that ain't
Xbox.
smooth.
Look, I don't know what Xbox voice chat is. What the name is, but I know what PlayStation is.
Yeah,
Hey, send me a party.
Read a party over here. So yeah, we always talked on the game. So we always like played the game when we all get together because we're not all in the same location. So like I think it's really cool. A lot of people like to play the game. It's become a lot more popular nowadays, like y'all said. So if you like to play the game, practice, and then like go ahead and make you some money. Cause who wants to work a 9 to 5? I don't know why that is so ingrained in people's head. Like you're not successful until you make a lot of money working a 9 to 5 and working your way up the ladder. Why? Why do we have to do that when there's different opportunities out here for you to go and make some money and make a living for yourself? So go ahead, play the game. If you like that, become good or just entertain people. Like that's the reason why, like Melo said, Twitch is so popping right now. It's entertaining because you get to know the person who's playing, and if they're really good at the game, you get to take notes. They help you and whatever, if that's your favorite game or whatever. So, and like you said, it's so many games right now that are being hosted on air, on cable. You can go on ESPN and watch people play the game, having tournaments and stuff like that. So,
Bro, I was just watching a virtual NASCAR race yesterday. All the Florentines.
see,
It was 32 people playing a NASCAR game
that's crazy.
on like Fox Sports.
And they are getting paid for that.
Right. Like,
That's
and the cool thing for us, before you throw it, to the next person is, speaking of taking notes, like at least I'm lucky, right? Like I get to play with Daryl, I get to play with Jay-Tay, and I get to play with Van. So like I'm able to write down firsthand notes. You know what I mean? Of Light 'em Up, Jay-Tay, and Huncho. I'm blessed in that standpoint. I couldn't be a part of a better group of guys as far as when we really lock in on that game.
You the glue.
Nah, bro.
I ain't trying to hear that. No, you the glue. I ain't trying to hear that. So yeah, I mean, go for it. Like I'm glad that this is an option. Like it gives more variety to what you can do in life. But go ahead, Jay.
Sidebar. Don't listen to Melo. I ain't paid. I don't know how to play the game.
Hey, my first time I ever was a legend was with Jalen. So
I'm Marissa.
Oh no, don't go
Stop
there.
it,
Don't
bro.
go there. But
hey man, that's my name, bro. Chill out.
Hey.
the esports, y'all touched on it basically, but another aspect of it is just putting kids through college. You know what I'm saying? You can get scholarships and go to college for it as well. So you can still further your education and still be able to do what you're passionate about. So I'm totally with the movement, and I think it's dope that people are getting an opportunity to show their skills, and more importantly, like Melo said, it is an art. You know what I'm saying? One thing that games really touch on is your creativity, and your imagination. You know what I'm saying? So people being able to express that and show it to other people, like you said, kids watching it on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's popular as well. So it's accessible to everybody, and one thing that's like really prevalent in like a lot of people's childhood is video games. There's so many iconic video games, and when we touch on our favorites, I'm pretty sure we're gonna touch on a variety of titles because that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's excellent for the culture. I think it's an excellent community builder. I think it's bridging the gap. Like Lamb said, it's 2K, Overwatch, Fortnite, Apex. You're getting all these games that are getting millions of people involved in it. So, it's a lucrative business. So, I'm for it. I'm definitely for it.
Definitely. So wait. So what's some of y'all favorites?
All right, let's start with sports. Let's
start with sports games first.
Yeah, let's do sports
Okay,
first.
let's do sports games. What's your favorites?
Okay. This was tough.
Since you was ending it off, you can start.
All right, this was tough. I said I was gonna go a different route. I'll probably preface a little question later. I would say what's the best 2K. I'm not gonna pick 2K. I'm gonna actually pick Def Jam Vendetta, and I just love that game, bro.
Crazy.
I just felt like that was a culture builder. You know, we had all our favorite hip hop people up in there. You know, shout out to DMX, R.P. the Dog, Ludacris, Redman, Method Man, and the story was just incredible. But you know, we got to boxing stuff, and you know, I don't feel like it got its flowers as much as it did, but that was probably one of my favorite
game.
Yeah, and it was a fight. It was a fighting game. You know what I'm saying? Boxing is a sport, so they had all types of different fighting styles and stuff on there. So I was like, you know, I'll probably go Def Jam Vendetta for the sports game.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, Melo. Let's go, Melo.
Bro, real quick before I get my answer, are we touching on 2K later?
Yeah, we gonna do a sidebar.
Let's touch on 2K later.
We can do a sidebar.
I'm gonna keep 2K out of it then.
Yeah, everybody keep 2K out of it.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think outside of 2K, the best, like the game that I probably was able to master the most, I can't pinpoint the year, but it was the NCAA games, NCAA football. Listen, when I tell you, and it's funny, Van, you're gonna laugh because me and Van play Madden a lot together now. And in Madden, Van knows that my defense, we do a lot of connected franchises, which essentially means that we're able to play an online league with real people. So we'll play with our homeboys. We don't play in a full league of 30, or however many teams there are in the NFL. We don't play, went to a finish draft, all that. And generally, the way that the season will end is Van will have the number one offense, and I'll have the number one defense. So defense has become my forte. But on NCAA, I was consistently running it up, bro. Because that was when the no huddle offense was coming along, and I picked that up immediately, bro. Especially once they started adding those features into the game, bro. It was a time frame where I don't recall ever, like I really don't recall losing. Like I remember losing in Madden and all that growing up. Yeah. I really don't recall losing too often. Even though I'm a USC fan, with Oregon back in the day, with LaMichael James and them boys, bro, I was not losing, bro. I did not lose too much with LaMichael James, bro. So I'm going to shout out the NCAA. Yeah, bro. I'm going to shout out the NCAA series. I'm understanding.
I can't wait for that jump to come back, boy.
It does.
There's a reboot coming, right?
Yeah. And it got challenging. It got challenging, and like as it progressed, like they started making you go to class and all this stuff. You like, man, they really trying to give you that experience. So it was dope. It was dope. It progressively got better.
I definitely enjoyed that, and I like the feature of the fact that, like, remember when you did your own player, you can import him into import him into Madden and get drafted and all that. So I thought that was a cool little connected piece between them two. But that's a game that for me stuck out that I really was like, man, like this game was like, to me, NCAA was better than Madden. The reason I got back into Madden was because they obviously NCAA went away. Right. So and it took me a while to even pick Madden back up, but no, that was definitely for sure. That was my game back in the day, bro. Talk to me. And real quick, shout out NBA Live. Shout out NBA Live. Shout out NBA
Man, Live, bro. Live used to
had a big run. Live had a run.
Yeah, like I don't know if anyone's gonna say that, but I would be remiss if I didn't shout out NBA Live. I think we all had our NBA Live periods. Everybody went through that run.
They had a nice run.
Shout out Carmelo on the cover. I believe that was the best.
That was on
one.
fire.
Yeah, that one.
And the dunk contest.
They had the All-Star weekend before everything. Slow motion dunk.
Throwing it off the jumbotron, doing backflips, 720s.
Shout out Live. Shout out NBA Live, but definitely, like I said, NCAA was live all the way.
Okay. Is it on me? Mm-hmm. It's on me? All right. So, I'm going to have to go with, and I'm going to go with one just to elaborate on, but the Street series.
Oh, bro, I love NFL Streets, bro.
Oh wait,
love streaks.
NFL and NBA.
yeah,
but,
facts. Damn.
But
Lamp
NBA
took
Volume 2, NBA Streets
two
Volume
go
2,
crazy.
that
Lamp took
was
mine.
my game, man.
Me and Lamp on the same page.
Man, I used to love them because you, like you said, that just unlocked your creativity. You get to do
bro.
as many combos as you want, whatever,
Right.
and then like make a nasty play. Then you got the game breaker. Oh, man, it was just sweet. It was just all sweet. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to go with the Street series because like just me and my brothers used to play that all day, and it was 4 of us, so it was 2 on 2.
Perfect, ain't it?
Exactly.
Perfect, ain't it?
Let me ask you this now. Who was the best character on Volume 2?
So, am I going like actual NBA players? Or
No, like the character, like the
characters,
the legends. Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know. That's a tough one. That's actually a tough
It is
one.
tough.
But I'm gonna have to go with my man Stretch. He was so hard to
Stretch
beat.
was cold.
Stretch couldn't shoot for real.
He couldn't shoot, but he was
He'll
dunking.
dunk that ball though.
Why I gotta shoot when I could dunk on you at any point, bro?
Facts.
He would
Biggie
be
Smalls
dunking
was
that ball.
cold.
But Biggie Smalls just be doing that cartwheel, bro.
Biggie Smalls was cold too.
Or I think Biggie Littles. Yeah, Biggie Little.
Yeah, Biggie Little. Biggie Little. That's what I meant.
But also shout out to NBA ballers and shout out to Melo because Melo was one of the
Forgot about
hardest
Melo.
players to beat. It was one level when Melo you had to go against Melo 1-on-1.
Facts.
He was
I
unstoppable.
low-key remember that, bro.
He was unstoppable. Melo was unstoppable in NBA ballers, bro.
NBA Ballers did go crazy. I had that junk on my PSP.
Yeah.
That junk went
that-
crazy.
bro,
Hey,
that
shout
game
out
was
PSP,
crazy.
bro. Shout out PSP.
Man,
Shout out,
It was,
bro.
hey,
PSP
it was
before
a
its time, man.
bro, you took the words out of my mouth. It was ahead of
It was
its
before
time,
its
bro.
time.
Can
Used
you
to get
imagine
mine.
what the PSP would do now, bro?
Man, what?
I used to get
playing
mine
the
taken away.
PSP, bro. Bro, I remember playing the PSP with the little bitty games and whatnot, bro.
With the
That was
disc.
yeah, bro. Man, I want to hear yours though. What's up? Talk to me.
Well, shoot. I gotta pick a new one. Me and Lamp was on the
Oh,
same page. So I'm gonna go with a different one. If I had to choose a runner up to NBA Street or the Street Series, I'm gonna probably go back Melo route, college football, NCAA.
Yeah.
I think my favorite one out of all of them was probably, honestly, probably 13.
I was gonna say it's right
13.
around them years. I believe 12 was mine.
Really?
12 was my favorite. Yeah, because that LaMichael graduated after that.
Yeah, honestly, 12, 13, and 14 all went crazy. But I rock with heavy just so much how you could play in high school and go like that. That was so lit to me, bro. That was so
Bro,
lit
like
to me.
NCAA gave you more freedom than Madden does, and like, that's
Facts.
what I
Yeah.
appreciated about it.
It was NCAA basketball was cold too.
Wait,
NCAA basketball
have
was cold too.
Have y'all played Blitz? Have y'all ever played Blitz?
Yeah, bro.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I used to play
definitely.
Blitz all the time.
Yeah, Blitz go crazy.
bro.
That
Blitz
jump
go
was
crazy.
football mixed with Mortal Kombat, boy.
Wait, I got one for y'all. I got one
Blitz
for
was
y'all.
crazy. That was my game too.
Did y'all play backyard baseball?
Oh
Bro.
yeah,
Yeah, bro.
Pablo.
Jay,
Pablo
my
was
God.
cut.
Pablo was cut, bro.
Pablo
Every
go
day,
crazy.
every day
He's an
after
all-star.
school, bro,
He's
I come home and
MVP.
play that.
MVP.
Hey,
my
hey.
guy Pablo.
Shout out to computer games,
Pablo
bro. Because I'm
Sanchez.
telling you,
Computer
backyard
games
baseball
was
was
fun,
cold.
bro.
Pablo was cut, boy. That little short boy, fat, short, that
Bro,
boy.
he
cut.
used to smack the ball.
Facts.
Don't play with him.
Hey, one last shout out for me, real quick on the game tip. We can't talk about football games and not shout out Terrell Owens and ESPN 2K
Bro.
football, bro.
Best football game ever to
Ever.
this day. Keep in
Ever.
mind,
We
that
talk
game
about
was
ahead of
made
its
in
time.
2004,
Yeah.
and it's 2021. Y'all
With
do
Madden
that,
hey, is Madden better than that game right now?
bro. Madden 25 ain't gonna be better than the 2K5, bro. And
Bro,
people low key, people sleep on All Pro 2K whatever it was. All Pro on it was like I think it was
The
2K8.
other
All
game
Pro
they put out?
2K8. Yes, bro. All Pro went crazy too. All Pro is better than Madden right now too. Like Madden.
It's crazy because when we look back on the 2K series, what built their name and their brand was the minute details, right? Whereas now, what do we complain about? We feel like they don't put time into what their product anymore.
Bro.
So it's like the stuff that built them up. I'm hoping, right? Like, and I think we're all staying positive in that standpoint, in that regard, that as we move forward with the PS5, that 2K and the 2K series will get back to doing those little things that got them to the level that they've achieved. I mean, right now they don't. I mean, just realistic. They don't listen to they don't listen to feedback.
Yeah,
they do what they want to do. I mean, it's not as an enjoyable experience. So I'm hopeful that they get back to doing those little things that was able to propel them to arguably the best football game of all time. And then, obviously, arguably the best basketball series of all time, which we'll get to later in the show.
Facts. But yeah. Before we get into the 2K talk, just shout out some of y'all favorite games that you just like to play coming up. I know we all got PS5s now, but I know we all that had Sega Dreamcast, Nintendo 64s, GameCubes, PlayStations.
All that.
I'm gonna throw one out there.
I ain't never had an
Shout out
Xbox
Halo.
ever.
Halo.
All right, I ain't never had an Xbox,
Halo.
bro. I used to
Halo
play it at my
actually
friend
Halo
crib.
went
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah,
Halo definitely went
I used to
crazy.
play it. I used to play it at my dad's house because he had one. But,
My cousins had an Xbox and they had a 360 they had the original Xbox when Halo was popping. So shout out the fans, shout out the Blands. But yeah, Halo was
nice.
cut. Yeah.
Where you at, Jay? Where you at? with it?
Shout out Overwatch off top, bro. I gotta shout out Overwatch, man.
Hey, shout out my homie Orissa.
I really have grown to love Overwatch. I remember when Lant was first telling me to get it. Shout out Destiny too. When I first got my PlayStation 4, like, cause that's how we all started playing PlayStation 4 together. You know what I'm saying? And Destiny was one of my first, literally my first game on the PlayStation. I remember I had bought my PlayStation off the Facebook market or whatever, and then Lamp was just like, "You should get Destiny." So I was like, "All right, I mean, cool." So it came with the PlayStation, and shout out Destiny for sure.
Yes, sir. Destiny was always nice. But was you about to say anything about Overwatch, or you good?
Nah, you could touch on.
I'm Orissa, bro.
You could touch on it. I'm thinking of some more games because I wanted to go Nintendo Switch too. I rock with the Switch. Mario Party. I rock with the Mario Party for sure. Mario Kart. Anybody could get it.
We taking back to. We taking it back to Nintendo. Then we gotta throw in Donkey Kong, bro.
Of course, man.
Shout out Donkey Kong, bro. Donkey Kong had me lit back in the day, bro. Blowing on the game before you even had to put that Mickey in there, bro.
Yeah, Donkey Kong did
Yeah,
go
I mean-
crazy.
Yeah, but
Shout out to Game Boy Color.
Super. Oh yeah, all that, bro. Cause it's crazy with me. Cause
Go ahead,
I was like back in the day. I was literally my dad put me on the games, and I became a literal game head. It was either I was playing the game or I was playing sports. So it was either one or the other.
You was cutting both, so it didn't matter.
So I'm gonna shout out Super Smash Bros. Me and my bros came up off that. We always used to play that, and we used to go crazy. That it was always a fun time. But like you said, all like the Mario Party, Mario Kart. Me and you used to always play Mario Kart. Back college days, bro.
Hey, bro, real quick, shout out to Wii.
Hey, I had the N64 at the crib.
Facts.
Bro, shout out the
Shout out
Switch,
to
bro.
Wii.
I've been trying to get y'all to get some
Switch too.
Switches,
We
man.
gotta get on
I
that.
love the Switch, man. I've been trying to. We could get on that Smash Bros. Yeah.
Bro, that was low key like our track team. We would play that before every practice. Like it was like an old school big screen TV. No, the Super Smash Bros. Or like an original like Nintendo. I don't know how they found it. I don't even know how they found one of the big like screen TVs. But like it was like a whole vibe in our locker room. Like we forget the Super
TV.
Yeah.
Take your mind off the meat.
Yeah, bro. Like it was love, bro. It was for sure love.
All right, but let's get into 2K real quick. Let's get into.
Hold on, wait. Let me say my game.
Oh,
real
my
quick.
bad, bro. Look, dang.
You good,
It's
bro?
revenge,
You
bro.
straight.
It's revenge. My bad, though.
You good? No, mine would be
Talking about revenge. Shout out Drake. Looking for revenge.
Nah, I'm gonna go Crash Bandicoot.
Crash.
Old girl Crash Bandicoot. Man, we had so when I was young, bro. Me and my cousins we shared the same dang near shared the same PS2. Like it was ours, but like they'll be playing it too. Like every time we went to my grandparents' house, bro, we'd be playing Crash all day and all night, bro. All day, all night.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a memory card? Y'all ever had to play a game without a memory card? You had to leave that bitch
That was
on?
the worst feeling ever, bro. That was the worst feeling ever.
You know how many times my game overheated, bro? Just because I had to keep it on.
Okay. Look, my parents didn't buy me no memory card, bro.
He said he kept it on.
You had
he was
to.
not turning it off.
You didn't have
You
a bro.
had to,
Like that
bro.
was it, bro. You didn't have a choice. Like I didn't get a memory card until I was damn near in high school.
Hey,
bro.
don't let it be.
My parents like, you need a memory card for.
Hey, don't let it be that your disc don't work. You gonna have to keep inserting
Oh
them.
my god. Oh my goodness.
Bro, you know how many times I done use alcohol in a wipe, bro, trying to make my game
Bro.
work, bro?
Dipping your CD in the toilet and everything, bro.
Hey, Huncho Wiley, bro.
Have it bad, bro.
Huncho Wiley,
shoot,
bro. He
look.
put the CD in the toilet.
I used to have it bad, bro. I tried everything, bro. Alcohol, I wipe that junk, put it in, wouldn't work. Put it in the toilet,
Bro,
wipe it off, put it back in, wouldn't
Real
work.
We put it in like, please.
Look.
Yes,
how
bro.
mad would you be when the homie would scratch your game?
Bro.
And it'd be over. OVO
like-
XO, bro.
Bro, be careful putting it back in the case, bro.
Bro, my bad, bro. I ain't even do that, bro.
And
It was
then,
already,
and then, bro,
the scratch
and
was
then,
already
they'll
there,
just,
bro.
They'll just put it in there. They wouldn't even like click it all the way in, bro. They'll put it in there. So then, like when you move
open it, you would open it back up
flopping
and fall
around
out, bro.
bro. Like, bro, if you don't, man,
Okay,
bro.
let's go to 2K. Let's go.
All right, yeah, let's get to 2K.
So for those that don't know, 2K is really the game that brought us all together. As I was speaking on earlier, you know, we all kind of came together at the park when 2K introduced the feature of the park. That's when we all came together and really was able to take off as a group. You know what I mean?
Rough
Like,
Riders.
man, and shout out to
Sunset.
B.
You already know what's
Shout out
up.
Shout out to
Rough
B.
Riders. River
Sunset.
City.
Hey, as you see, we still got a little rivalry, bro. You know what I
Sunset
mean?
Beach, man.
The Sunset Boys used to have to carry River City, but it's all good, bro. It's all good, bro.
Cap.
Sunset all day, man.
So fellas,
Talk to us about it, Jay. Talk
So
to us about
fellas.
2K.
So fellas, what's the best 2K? And let's just do the past 10 years. We'll go back, dating back to 2010, because 2010 Bean was on the cover, so I think it's fitting. It's our 8th episode, so we'll do it from 2010. So from 2010 all the way to 2K21 now, which one is the best and which one is the worst? I give y'all a little time to think about it.
I got mine off.
I know the worst.
I know the
Let's go.
best.
Let's go, Lamp.
I got
Kick it
mine
off.
off. Rick, go ahead, Lamp.
2K17 off top was the best 2K.
Okay.
I promise you, because that's when they first introduced archetypes.
Bro, your loading
Everybody
screen used to
couldn't
be
do
forever
everything.
though, bro.
That was the only
Who was on
problem.
loading screen? Who was
That
on your
was the
loading
only
screen, bro?
downfall.
Fact.
Who was on your loading screen? George Paul.
Man.
It would be George Paul the year that the loading screen get messed up.
And I swear, every time I used to turn it on, the loading screen would get longer. I don't know if it was a second each time I turned on my game, bro, but by the end of the year,
We would tell Lamp an hour in advance, hey, we about to play. All right, man, let me turn my game on and let it warm up.
bro, it was crazy, but I swear that was the best one. Everybody, like, if you actually knew how to play, you could get busy. And we would get busy. Like, so if you actually knew your archetype and knew what you was doing, yeah, you could actually play on the game. But now, like, 2K21, it's back to everybody can do everything.
Man, it's an arcade game, bro. Now it's back to arcade game. Honest, I'll go real quick. Let me just get mine out the way because mine is quick. The current game is to me is the worst one. I've even grown to like I grew to appreciate 20, but 21 is just it's
Ronnie
garbage.
2K, I hope you listening to this. That junk is trash.
Seriously, bro. And even if he listening, it don't matter because he ain't nobody. He just the face. So definitely the current one that's out to me is the worst one. They had a good idea, but it almost seemed like they put very little effort and time into the game other than trying to make the city look cute.
I agree.
Like, that was it. But I'll agree with Lamp. I'll agree with Lamp either 2016, 2017, one of them two. Anyone that you would want to go with, I'd be fine with. That's back in the day of the walking buckets. Like we was legend. We was running things back in the day. That's when the Park affiliates and bro. It was. Those are when you think of 2K, like that's the times that you bring up. You really thinking about. You know what I mean? Like if we can get 2K to get back to them days again. Oh man, I look. Hey, be on the lookout. Look, the party gaming.
Facts. Go ahead, Huncho.
Y'all say 17. 17 runner up for me.
Ooh.
My favorite 2K ever, bro. Which is untouchable in my eyes, bro. 2K12, bro. 2K12 was 2K12 was immaculate, bro. They had the three covers too. You could either have Jordan, Magic Johnson, or Larry Bird. I had the one with Magic on it because I rock with Magic.
I had Jordan.
The
Jordan challenges.
Jordan challenges were dope. Those were so.
You had
dope.
the challenges. You had I think that was the first year they put like Pro-Am into that. You had Pro-Am. You had like the little outside rec you could run where you'll be running with like my players outside, bro. My career was lit that year too. Like 2K12 was them Jordan moments was crazy, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
They were hard too. They were challenging too. You had to work.
And being able to play them moments. Exactly.
Facts. But shoot, while I'm on the topic too, as far as 2K, bro, I'm really hoping. I think me and Melo talked about this, but I'm really hoping that with 2K21, it's the same situation. Well, the transition from 2K21 to 22, I'm hoping it's the same transition that it was from 14 to 15. If y'all remember when 14 came out, that's when the PS4 came out. Mm-hmm. So the PS3 version, which was current gen at the time, PS3 version of 2K14 was, both the versions was trash, actually. They was both trash. Yeah. But 15, you start seeing that progression and they start getting better. So I'm hoping with 22. I'm telling
you see, I said 16 or 17 as my best, and 16 had the GOAT on the cover. Shout out Steph. Yeah, had the GOAT on one of the covers. So it was like they start peaking. They peaked at the right time, and then as they started seeing PS5 on the horizon, that's when they started bringing their product back down. So I'm hoping that we had the same thing happen with this.
Yeah, let's redo what we just did the last generation.
They got one more year out of me. They got one more year out of me, bro.
I low key. Same here. If 20 didn't end up being halfway decent to me once all the cheesers left, I'd probably even be less than that. But I can't, like, right now. This is just a pure arcade game. But
I'm kind of stuck between 16 and 17. 16 was really like the introduction to like the park being really cold, and then 17 just transitioning being cold. But I think 2K15 had the best My Career story mode. Like Basquiat and that whole story and the interactions with the GM. Crazy. Yeah, they need to go back. They need to get those writers back because I felt like that was the best story that they had, and it made me want to play My Career to get to the park and stuff, finish that out or whatever. So I think they need to get back to that. But 2K, y'all got some work to do, man. If y'all want us to play, I mean, we tired, man. We've been doing this for a long time, so we expecting a polished game. You know what I'm saying? We play this, and
ain't no excuses this year, Rome.
Yeah,
let's get back to where we was at. But fellas, are y'all excited about these playing games that's about to be coming up?
Hold on, real quick, Lent. Shout out Flyyr Gaming. Shout out Flyyr Gaming.
Yeah.
Hey, Flyyr Gaming got merch on the way. We got merch on the way coming from Flyyr Gaming. Hey, shout out Flyyr Gaming. Shout out Flyyr Pop.
Hey man, if you ain't with the wave with Flyyr, man, you're tripping. Get on it, man.
I'm trying to tell you, hey.
Get on the wave.
Hey, if y'all watching, y'all still tuned in. Hey, the party gaming coming soon.
Just wait on it. But for real, shout out to Flyyr Gaming, Flyyr Pop. Merch on the way. I got me a shirt.
Real quick, shout out y'all gamer tags real quick on the Twitch shit.
Oh yeah, light 'em up lamp, and that's LITE _EM _LAMP. Light 'em up lamp.
I'm telling you.
Follow your boy.
His name is Light 'em up.
He is not one of them, y'all. He is not one of them.
Hey, I remember. I still will never forget the day that person said his name is Light 'em up lamp. He can really go. You better guard him. I said, he ain't lying. Go ahead, Huncho.
Mezzo-me.
Hey man, my gamer tag is the same as my Instagram. Huncho Norris, HUNCHONORRIS. Get with me. I don't do nothing but play Madden and play 2K, but I don't play nothing else. I'm trying to get on Overwatch, but
No, just wait. We got some
When,
stuff for you.
when Overwatch 2 come out,
We got some stuff for you.
you'll be where you
I'm
need
gonna
to
be
be.
a
As
Orisa
long as you
off rip.
only thing I was gonna say the only thing you don't want to do is pick Orisa because yeah. Go ahead, Lamp.
I live
I
Orisa
win.
life every day.
I win.
No,
It's your turn. I gave.
I'm not on Twitch yet, bro. I ain't
Okay.
playing enough right now. I ain't listen. You'd be disappointed. You go to my
Yeah,
Twitch.
my Twitch coming
I
soon.
want-
I'm gonna get there.
Yeah,
I
it's
gotta-
coming
I gotta
soon.
get
It's
one
still
soon.
it's
Still
still
got
under
the green
construction
screen.
currently.
Yeah.
It's under construction, so I'll let y'all know when I'm ready to drop.
Okay, but all right, yeah. So, are y'all excited about these playing games that's coming up?
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about it, bro.
How y'all feel?
Man, let's talk about it, bro. Cause
Excited, man.
somebody's goat. And I don't know who's
Somebody a
goat.
little salty about it.
He big salty.
So,
Who?
Somebody-
my thing
somebody-
is,
Him had a change of pace.
Him was all for it when Damien and all them fools had to battle it out. Now him don't like it.
So a couple days ago, LeBron was having an interview, and this was after a loss, after he had just came back, and they were asking him about the plans, and he was talking about how, no, they was asking him about them getting to the playoffs, and he was talking about how nothing mattered unless he was 100%, and then he said that play thing or whatever it is. He said whoever made that up needs to be fired. And that made headlines and that was big everywhere. So how do y'all feel about what he was saying and like the quote and how he came about it? Melo, I want to hear from you first.
So the big thing that the reason it really made news, right, was because a year ago he was a fan of it. He was a proponent of it. He loved it. He thought it was a great idea, right? He was all aboard. Now that he's a part of the play-in tournament, it's the worst idea ever. They need to fire the person that created this idea. Really, LeBron? I wish we had Prophet to stop it this week. You need to stop it. You need to stop it, LeBron. Come on, dude. Y'all, regardless, as long as y'all around, we still gonna pick y'all to win the play-in tournament. But don't get mad now that you're a part of it, because like I said before, when Damian Lillard and them boys is all battling it out down there, you was all for it. Now all of a sudden, now that y'all in the position that you may have to be involved in it, it's the worst idea. Come on, man, stop that. So I don't care for the fact that you switched up your feelings just off of the fact that now it's affecting you. Keep it a buck either way. You know, if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. Embrace the competition of it. Embrace the fact that just because, you know, you got that position, to me, it benefits the rest of the league because it makes you have to play hard to get out of the play-in tournament, right? So obviously you got the playoff, but then now you got to make sure you out of the play-in tournament. So it gives added incentive to make sure that in an 82 game regular season, outside of obviously this year wasn't 82 games, but in a regular 82 game season, you gotta it gives meaning to those last 20, 30 games because now you plan to make sure you don't fall into that play-in. And of course, right on schedule, when the Lakers are 3-7 and they last 10, like I said, it's an issue. So, listen, keep it a buck either way, but don't flip flop now that it involves your team and now that you about to be involved in the sitting at the 6th seed. Jay-Tay, talk to me.
So my thing is, personally, I don't mind the playing games. I think that it's one. People were complaining about, people having to take pay cuts due to COVID. So the really unique thing about the NBA that other leagues can do is they can put more than half of the teams into the playoffs to generate revenue. So there's only a total of 30 teams, 15 in the Eastern Conference, 15 in the Western. What it does is now you have more than half of the teams vying for position or a chance to play for a championship. And a lot of times how Cinderella stories happen in college basketball is you get this momentum and you build all types of momentum and, you know, you can go and win a champion. And my thing is like, all right, who doesn't want Steph Curry in the playoffs? Or, you know, regardless of, you know, his record, you want that star power into your leagues. You want your league's best to be competing for, you know, a championship. So to LeBron's point, you know, of course, when the shoe fits, you don't want to be the person that has to deal with it. But honestly, I don't think the play-in is bad at all because it generates revenue and it starts to build that playoff buzz before the playoffs even start. So basically, it's the playoffs before the playoffs start. You know what I'm saying? So I really enjoyed it in the bubble, you know what I'm saying, because it really showed Ja Morant, you know, coming out and him forming that team together, you know what I mean? And now he has an opportunity to, you know, build on that again. So, you know, creates headlines, but, you know, like Melo said, you know, just keep your stance the same. When the Lakers were the number 1 seed and they were well off, you know what I'm saying, the playing games were good, but now that that's not the case, I mean, my thing is, LeBron, your focus should just be getting healthy. You know what I'm saying? Because, like Melo said, if you and AD are healthy, y'all got the squad. You know, you got Drummond and stuff there. No one's going to pick you to lose a playing game. So, you know, I mean, you know, deal with it and, you know, just play better. I mean, because Dallas, Luka playing out of his mind right now. So they got to make sure that they stay above, and I think they can because, you know, Portland having a little struggles, but we gonna see any given Sunday. The season is winding down, so go ahead, Huncho.
Yeah, man, I agree with y'all, man. I personally, I like the playing idea. With COVID going on, there's certain ways that they're trying to implement to make the league kind of flow a little better. I don't disagree with it. As far as LeBron, you know, especially with somebody as high a caliber player as he is, the standard that he has for himself and that people have for him, you know, he has to have a certain mentality about things. He holds himself to that standard. Bro, if you weren't complaining about it last year, don't complain about it this year, bro. Like, I'm LeBron, not my favorite player. I'm not gonna say that, but I support LeBron. But this ain't something, you know what I'm saying? I'm somebody that I believe in say what you mean what you say. You said it last year and you said you was cool with it last year, but all of a sudden some stuff happened. Everything ain't going your way, and now you want to say this. Like, come on, man, keep that same energy, bro. So, I mean, I like the play-in tournament. I feel like this is just you were a low seed team. You got to get in the tournament. This is just the same situation as if it was the last game of a 82 game season, and y'all the last game that if you win this, you get in the playoffs. Like, it's the same situation, bro. Like,
and it gives you off days. It gives you off days too. You know what I'm saying? So before the real playoffs start, you know what I'm saying? Especially with standings being so close, like the top teams in the Eastern Conference, they got to play out the season. It's tight up there. If you want to have home court advantage, you got to play out the season. So with a play-in game, you get that rest. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it sucks for the lower seeds, but you got to grind all your life to get inside the playoffs. Like Nipsey said, grinding all my life, for real. Like, that's what you got to do. So my thing is, if you're not in them play-in games, LeBron, you and AD, y'all get extra rest. So
facts. Brian, you supposed to be big dog, man. Don't be complaining, man. Go out there, ball, do your thing, bro.
Yeah.
What you got,
Go
man?
ahead, D-Lamp.
All right, so y'all basically said everything, but let me add this. I like the playing games because, like Jay said, they add a level of intensity before the playoffs start. So we already getting into that playoff environment, because it's a whole different beast when you actually start the playoffs. Yeah. And like the whole mood changes, everything is different. Like, when you start watching playoff games, you like, this is different from a regular season game. So them play-in games, it gets you like started, and it like gets you a little taste of what's to come. So, and on top of that, it's not just like helping with the season or whatever, but everybody wanted to get paid. The players wanted to get paid. The league wanted their money. The TV stations wanted their money. So these playing games give the NBA a few extra games. People are going to attend.
They get paid for them games, like you said.
Exactly. So the teams get paid, the players get paid, all the TV stations get paid. So it's a win-win for everybody. Yeah, that's when LeBron was saying it's good, because it is a win-win for everybody. But everybody who's in 6th, 7th, or no 7th, 8th, or 9th and 10th are all, they hate the play-ins because you actually have to play them. But like Luka, a couple months ago, he was talking about how bad the play-ins were. But now that his feet aren't to the flames, I bet you he's not saying that now. They're in the 5th seed. So like everybody who's in that position hates the play-ins, but we all know that overall it's good for everybody, and it's a win-win for everybody, because even if you don't win, even if you got to go home, you still got paid.
And real quick,
1, 2, 3 Cancun.
Serious. Hey, real quick. So look, the playout, or in the West at least, the 5th, 6th, and obviously the 7th seed, which is the play-in team.
All close.
They're all separated by a half a game. And those teams are, as Daryl alluded to, Dallas Mavericks, the Los Angeles Lakers, and Damian Lillard and the Trailblazers. So those teams will be basically battling it out to avoid the play-in game as we come down the stretch. So just be on the lookout for them teams, especially out west, as they battle that out for that pivotal 7th seed. And in the East right now, the Heat and the Celtics are tied at 35 and 31. Right now, the Celtics are in the 6th and the Heat are in the 7th seed. So we'll have a little battle coming down the stretch with those two teams as well, trying to avoid that play-in situation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But let's shift our attention, boys. We've talked about him a little bit. Ironically, today, which is May 6th, is his birthday. Let's talk about him for a quick second. Let's give him a little topic. Shout out Chris Paul.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Chris Paul. Some refer to him as point guard.
Happy birthday, CP3.
Yeah, CP3. Some refer to him as point guard. But I'm here to dismantle some of that stuff too. I just don't. Let me pose a question to y'all, because I got into an interesting debate with my homeboy James. Shout out James.
Yeah,
shout out James.
Yeah, shout out James, bro. We got into a discussion though. Is Chris Paul a winner? Really? And I want y'all to think about that for a second. Is Chris Paul a winner? Huncho, talk to me.
Oh, man. I'll rock with Chris Paul, man. I will say that. Before I say anything, Chris Paul is one of the best point guards I've ever seen. He's very phenomenal, very fundamental. I like watching him in New Orleans a lot. Big fan of him in LA when he was on the Clippers. Is he a winner? I personally don't think so. I personally don't think so. I feel like, now as far as a winner, bro, when I think of a winner, honestly, I don't want to put. I'm gonna be point blank. Period, bro. The first thing that I think of when I think of a winner is somebody that has championship caliber, and Chris Paul is not that. Does he have the skill set to do so? Yes. Does he have the leadership qualities to do so? Yes. But I ain't seen it. So, I mean, I can't put him in that category for real. Like I said, phenomenal player, one of the best point guards ever. But just because you're one of the best point guards ever don't mean you necessarily a winner. So I'm not giving him that nod. I feel like he had a great chance to get to the finals a couple times, honestly, and hasn't been done. So I can't give him that nod, honestly. That's just me, though. That's just me. Who? Let me see, Jay. What you think? What you think, man? You look like you over there pondering or something.
So I had to dig deep in my bag about this because I had to put a lot of thought when we brought this up. And I mean, in the most of the, let me just look at just some things that I personally looked up. So CP3, the point guard. So people recognize him as the point guard. So then I went into like his stats. So I was just like, all right, let me see. So Chris Paul's an 11-time All-Star. He's a 4-time assist champion. He's a 6-time steals champ. And I was just looking at a whole bunch of him leading the league and assists and everything. Now, in the most literal sense, like AI was great, but he don't get praised for being a winner. People talk trash about Russell Westbrook all the time, and Russell Westbrook made it to a final, but they don't call him a winner. Now, I'm pretty sure that we all agree that these black men are winners in life. You know what I'm saying? They're great fathers.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they're, State Farm commercial, you know what I'm saying? So we would never take away with that, you know what I'm saying? Right, for sure. So I'm just prefacing that, for everybody to listen. But I'm just so conflicted about this, because it sucks because, I mean, Chris Paul, you're a winner, but like you're not a winner. But it's so hard, especially in basketball, because I feel like in basketball we're so fixated on championships. Basketball is a team sport, you know what I'm saying? And the thing that matters so much in sports, and the reason why people who really watch sports get mad at analysts, is because context matters. Context matters, I mean, Chris Paul, I'm pretty sure if Chris Paul was 6'10", 250, with his skill set, Chris Paul would have a couple of championships. You know what I'm saying? It's hard with you being the best player with that size to be able to lead a franchise or someone to a championship. Steph Curry is an outlier because he's the greatest shooter of all time. So when you have a point guard who's the greatest shooter of all time, you can get over that hump because can't nobody shoot like him. It's impossible to shoot like him. So Chris Paul has all the necessities to be, that is a great point guard. He can pass the ball. He can score the ball, you know what I'm saying? But it's hard at a point guard position at that size to lead a franchise. And we can honestly say when Chris Paul was with the Clippers, no shade to Blake Griffin because Blake Griffin is a freak of nature, but Chris Paul made DeAndre Jordan the big name that he is now. You know what I'm saying? Chris Paul made Blake the big name that he is now. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like context matters with Chris Paul because a lot of basketball people will even say that the year that Chris Paul got injured and the Rockets went to Game 7, a lot of people said if the Rockets would have won that Game 7, the Houston Rockets would have beat the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's what a lot of people say. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, in the most literal sense, if we talk in sports, you know what I'm saying? Some of the greatest of all times without ring, Charles Barkley, Russell Westbrook, AI, you know what I'm saying? And Russ and Chris Paul still have an opportunity, you know what I'm saying? They still have, gameplay ahead of them, but they're not recognized as winners. So, like, I'm super conflicted by this, but I'm just being in the most literal sense. Like, you're not a winner in the standpoint of you're a champion, and that's the highest honor in the sport. But I just feel like it's always so misconstrued, only because like basketball still is a team sport, and I think we all can agree that the best team wins the championship every year. No matter how you feel, if you watch a finals and the finals stands true to how, you see it, the best team always wins. But, we always seem to recognize players. So if I'm being in the most literal sense, like I said, I'm conflicted because I love Chris Paul. You know what I'm saying? If I have a son, if I'm honored to have a son, he's going to watch Chris Paul gameplay because Chris Paul can play basketball. He can read a court unlike any others. But, it's tough without those championships, man. But you know, shout out CP3. You know, happy birthday, dog. And you know, you got an opportunity. This is one of your better teams. You got a young stud in Devin Booker. You got the size. You got the youth.
The depth.
Let's see what you can do. The depth. Yep. Let's see what you can do. So that's my take on it. Go ahead, D-Lamp.
All right, so, and I appreciate you for making that the difference between that, because of course everybody who's in the NBA is a winner in life.
Right.
Like, they've won. If you made it to the NBA,
So
I'm
glad you made that.
If you're a
most
professional
likely
athlete,
won.
Yep, you're a professional.
Some people will take us and run left with that conversation.
Exactly.
yeah, don't
Like I
mix
said.
up our words. If we talking about strictly basketball, we're not talking about their life or anything like that. In life, they are doing their thing.
So like I said, I'm glad you distinguished that. So of course we understand these people have actually won. They did what they needed to do. They put in the work and all that. But when it comes to Chris Paul, it really depends on what you mean winner. Are we talking about winning awards, winning a raffle? What are we winning here? Because how many? I remember not too long ago we were talking about Chris Paul. How many times has he been to the skill challenge? Has he won any of them? So I'ma say this: Chris Paul is not a winner, and at least 60% of it has to do with Chris Paul. Chris Paul is not a winner because when he gets to a spot, there should have been. The Clippers had plenty of time and had so many opportunities to win a championship, but why didn't they? Because nobody would get along with Chris Paul. Chris Paul liked to make enemies with his teammates. There's nobody. When have you and I'm talking about since the rule changes of when basketball wasn't so physical, when has anybody ever been trying to go to the locker room to fight somebody else? Unless Chris Paul was involved.
I'm gonna keep it a stack because I feel what you're saying, but us knowing the sport, I always knew the Clippers would never win a championship, and
They
no
could've.
disrespect. Anybody, if you get into the playoffs, anybody can win a championship if they get hot with the right size. But I never thought the personnel of the Clippers would just ever win a championship. And that's just me personally. Like, you're not going to beat the Spurs playing that Clipper style of basketball. Like I said, you know, people, like I said, no disrespect to Blake Griffin, you know, but Blake don't play like how you need your second best player, because people will honestly say Chris Paul is probably the best player, but Blake didn't have a shot or could create his own shot for them to be that team. Like, they could stretch the floor with JJ and they could stretch the floor with JJ and Jamal Crawford at the time. But what happens in the playoffs? People gap up that hole, so DeAndre Jordan and Blake Griffin are taken out of the game. So I never thought they could win a championship as constructed, the way that the NBA was built and the way that it was going, especially when Steph and them got going. I was like, oh yeah, it's over with. Like, it's done.
So, I'm talking about before that. Steph and them didn't get going while the LA Clippers.
The Clippers did beat the Warriors in the playoffs.
Exactly. They didn't get going while the Clippers were hot. The Clippers, nobody could beat the Clippers. And let me mind you, JJ Redick, when he was on Philly, they were so close to going to the finals. But ever since they lost JJ, they haven't been back to where they were at. So JJ,
but they also had Jimmy Butler too. They also had Jimmy Butler too.
Of course, but when JJ left that team, they were not the same team. So JJ was a big part of the Clippers. And let me tell you this. Was DeAndre Jordan ever first team in his life?
Yes.
When?
With Chris Paul.
Chris Paul. Yeah.
Oh.
He was.
Okay. Okay.
He was first team.
So you're telling me that DeAndre Jordan made first team because of Chris Paul?
Yes.
And Blake Griffin couldn't get any basket that he wanted when he was with Chris Paul?
I mean, Blake Griffin was a human highlight reel.
He could get any basket he wanted with Chris Paul. So the only reason they could not make it far in the playoffs is because their team chemistry. And who was the main issue? The point guard.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that.
And I understand you don't have to agree. This is my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like he was a big part of why he didn't win, because he's injury prone and he does not get along with his co-stars. Like they couldn't win in Houston because Chris Paul got hurt. Right after that, him and Harden couldn't get along, so they couldn't even go back. They couldn't even go and do another chance at it. So that's what I'm saying. He was a big obstacle in his own way when it comes to winning. So I'm gonna say he's not a winner, and like I said, that just comes to like when it comes to like accolades in the NBA.
Okay, is it on me?
Go ahead, bro.
So I'm gonna pose a second question to y'all before I go. So we've kind of had a unanimous decision amongst the three fellas so far as far as the winner. Let me pose a different question. Is Chris Paul, if he's not a winner, would we consider him, which I expect an answer, but a similar answer from everyone, would you consider him, though, a team raiser? For example, you can put Chris Paul on the team and then go from being a 7 seed to essentially a 2nd seed. Right, and essentially what LeBron can do to a team, what a Steph can do to a team. Is Chris Paul? Would you guys consider? And I'll go Huncho. We can go the same order real quick, and this don't have to be as elaborate because I'm sure we'll all be on the same accord. And then I'll go. Would y'all consider Chris Paul at least a team riser, even if he's not considered a winner?
I feel like
Huncho.
I feel like he is definitely a team rider, because
or team elevator rather. Team elevator.
Yeah. He definitely elevates the team. I would say that he gets called point guard for a reason. Like Chris Paul is elite, but I will go back to Lamp's point. A lot of his issues with his teams are things that he brings on. He brings that to the team as far as his mentality, how he approaches certain situations, like all self-inflicted things that he brings to the table. So does he have the ability to be, and has he been a team riser before multiple times? Like with the Clippers, it's a perfect example. Like for example, for what Lamb said, without Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan would not be doing what he was doing that year at all whatsoever. Or when he was on the Clippers, Blake Griffin wouldn't be. I mean, he was still dunking and whatever, but he wouldn't be getting the same looks that he was getting without Chris Paul. So he sets up a lot of that because he attracts a lot of attention because you know what he can do when he has the ball in his hands, or if he just dishing it out or getting a bucket. But it's just those things that don't relate to basketball that equate and translate to being on the floor and team chemistry and everything. So
okay, so here's my thing, and Lamp's going after me, so this is going to be good. So Chris Paul is a team elevator or a team riser, but I think it's contradictory to say that it's also his chemistry issue if he's elevating the team. So here's my thing. Chris Paul never even made it to a Western Conference Finals until he played with a top 5 player in James Harden. Now, is Blake Griffin or DeAndre Jordan at any point a top 10 player to y'all at that time? Maybe y'all might give Blake maybe a nod, but a top 10 player while Chris Paul played with Blake Griffin, was Blake Griffin a top 10 player? James Harden's a top 5 player, and he made it to the Western Conference Finals and took one of the greatest basketball teams to a Game 7, and they just shot themselves out of the court. So I just think it's kind of contradictory to be like, okay, he does elevate and he rises the team to be better, but then, it's his own team chemistry. No, it's simply because Chris Paul's never been on the better team. He's never been on the better team. So I just feel like if Chris Paul had a better cast surrounding him, like I said, I just don't think the Clippers were built to win. I just don't think they were built to win. So that's just me personally. And like I said, my opinion is strictly stemming from the fact that I never thought the Clippers could win in the first place. I was never one of the ones like, oh, they got it this year. They got it this year. Because I wasn't convinced. CP3 barely got out of the second round or got to the second round from that point. So I'm like, you just... And those New Orleans teams weren't, they had some... Shout out to Peja, young Tyson Chandler, young David West. Shout out to those teams. But, I mean, y'all not beating Kobe, bro. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Yeah.
So that's just my argument towards
and
it.
That's
really, I feel what y'all saying, though. Because Lamp put it in perspective.
Bean is the main reason why I can't, I'm kind of on the fence of what you're saying too, Jay, because there's no way they were going to.
And those were good basketball teams. I mean, they just... Sometimes you just don't get it, man. I mean...
What you over there grinning for, man? What you got, man?
All right. So look. And I get what you're saying, Jay. So the only thing I'm a butt against you about is the reason is not contradictory or contradicting is because there's a difference between being an on-court coach and a leader on the court and your personality in the locker room and other places that are not on the court. Like, you could be a great leader on the court. Like, you can set us up. You could put us all in the right spots. You can make the right passes. Like, we never had beef in the first place. But right after we're done in the game, if we got beef and it's because of you, then it's a problem. Like, that's still going to translate onto the court. Yeah. So, and then the Clippers lost to the Jazz 2016 when the Jazz had nobody.
First round,
they had nobody. There was no excuse.
I was never a believer of the Clippers.
No,
so I'm not shocked at all.
I understand, but there was no excuse for them to lose to the Jazz in the first round because and I'll make an example. While the Clippers were hot, their offense reminded me of the Phoenix offense when Nash was on it.
Wait, say that one more time?
Their offense was. The Clippers, when they were hot, their offense reminded me of the Phoenix offense
when they had Amari
when Nash was on it.
Mm-hmm.
And nobody could touch them. Nobody could touch them during the regular season, and they lost in the playoffs. But they never had the same team again. But the Clippers have had the same team for a long time when they were having that run. So there was no excuse for them not to even get to the conference finals. They were so talented. They were deep. And they had enough talent to at least get to the conference finals. So
OKC was better. The Lakers was better. Dallas was better. It was just a whole bunch of better teams. It was just a whole bunch of better teams, in my opinion. So that's what I'm saying. My argument stands for.
But for you not to make it to the conference finals.
I'm not. I agree with you. I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you.
And I will say this: in 2011, if Chris Paul would have went to the Lakers, they probably would have had a championship.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But that still doesn't equate to how you haven't even budged your team, which was a very talented team, to the conference finals, and you expect me to call you a winner? That's all I'm saying. And a lot of that is self-inflicted.
If Chris Paul would have went to the Lakers and played with Kobe Bryant, we would be talking about Kobe with 8 rings.
They definitely would have won.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is Chris Paul as a player. That's all I'm saying. Like, will he elevate a team? Of course. Of course. Because he makes all the right plays. Like, he does the stuff that you need your point guard to do. Like, he's textbook. Like if you're bringing up a point guard, you want them to be like Chris Paul, but you still have to be a character citizen or like a athlete. Like you still want people to look up to you. If your characteristics are trash and like you bring nothing to the locker room but you're beefing with people and like everybody says you're a dirty player and you're a bad teammate, that also plays a part.
Go ahead, Melo. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Melo. You got to dig in a question a little bit.
I'm going to answer both questions first, and then I'm going to dig deep. All right? Is he a winner? No. Is he a team elevator? Yes. And this is why I say that, okay? The Hornets years, I don't hold too much against them, right? He gets to the second round, loses to the Spurs. No big deal, right? You lose to the Spurs, you lose to the Spurs. You lose to Melo in the first round. I'm not going to be mad. Melo had a good team. I get it in 09. You lose to the Lakers in the first round. I'm not going to be mad. You lose to the Bean, right? With the Hornets. All right, now we get to the Clippers. So 2012, you lose to the Spurs in the second round. I'm not going to be mad. You lost to the Spurs.
That was his first year there, right?
That was a good series, too. That was a really good series.
Yeah, first year. I'm not, listen, not mad. Not even mad. You didn't beat them, but I'm not mad. 2013, you lose to the Grizzlies in the first round.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember that. Yeah.
Okay. 2013, 2014, you lose. Or no. Yeah, 2013, you lose to the Grizzlies in the first round. Mind you beat them in the year prior in the first round before. 2014, you lose to the Thunder.
Was that the year Marc Gasol won Defensive Player of the Year?
He may have. He may have. I don't have that on record, but he may have. Okay. I'm not going to deny that if that's the case. I won't deny that if that's the case.
Getting on his decline.
Right. So, once again, just let me finish this out. 2014, you lose to the Thunder in the second round. Not even. Listen, KD, Russ. I'm not gonna be mad. Right. I'm not gonna be mad. But these next couple are unexcusable. You beat the Spurs in the first round, then you blow a 3-1 lead to the Rockets in the next round. Unexcusable. Unexcusable. No defending that, Jalen, as a Chris Paul fan.
Yeah, they had a lot of chemistry issues in Houston, too, that year.
Imagine that. 2015, 2016, you lose to the Portland Trailblazers in the first round. You know who the Portland Trailblazers had on their roster on 2015, 2016? Let me read it off to you. Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, right? The two mainstays. Mind you, this is fresh off of my man's going to play with the Spurs. So you got CJ McCollum and Damian Lillard. You know who their third best player was?
Aminu?
Close.
Who?
He was their fourth best.
Batum?
We're getting there. Maurice Harkless.
Golly. Not Mo.
So you're telling me Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan, Blake Griffin, J.J. Redick, and Jamal Crawford can't beat them in the first round? They lost 4-2. Okay. Well, here we go. Y'all, okay, so next year, 2017, Utah Jazz. You telling me that, once again, that same core group guys, they can't beat Rudy Gobert and Gordon Hayward?
Yikes.
Right? Not good. First round exits back-to-back years. That's when they get broken up, right? So we go to the Rockets. Finally gets to a Western Conference Finals, and we obviously know he loses to the greatest team of all time, right? Once again, not mad. You beat the Jazz in the first round in 2019. You lose to the Warriors again in the second round. So,
without KD,
with no KD.
That's the series that Steph was running back and was torching PJ Tucker and all them and scored 30 straight points or something in the fourth quarter. I don't know, right? So you're telling me Klay and Steph is better than Harden and Chris Paul, right? Okay. Anywho, I'm just saying this to say this. Some of these series that Chris Paul has come up short in, he should have won, right? Can we all agree on that? Van, D, and Jay, can you agree to that?
Yeah.
My issue is He may elevate a team, but he'll never be a player that can put a team over the hump. And that's the difference between why I call him the point guard and some call him the point god. Because to me, as a point guard, you're putting a team over the hump, right? You're putting a team in position to be in a championship contention. For you, I mean, God is the highest power that we know. But Chris Paul ain't the highest power we know at point guard. I know I can name a couple point guards that got a higher power than him.
Who the real point guard, bro?
Like,
all right, I'll say.
Listen, bro. I just know he a light skinned brother about 6 feet. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. I just know this, bro. And I appreciate hearing y'all conversation because me and James had a real good conversation. And he's a Chris Paul fan. But this is one, and getting back to my biggest issue is this, because this all comes from him being in the MVP conversation, right? And remember how this year they've really been pushing us, right? They've been putting this information in the media that Chris Paul is the ultimate winner. Everywhere he goes, they win. They win here, he wins there. He takes a team in OKC that wouldn't even try to win and wins. Even though I said at the beginning of that season, I wish we were doing a podcast then, that team was going to be a good team. Because they took a bunch of key pieces from the Clippers and just put them on the OKC with Chris Paul.
With young talent.
No, I didn't think they would win a championship, but I was like, they're not going to be a bad team. Those are all the pieces that just got to the Clippers to push the Warriors. Now they're all playing with the Clippers. Anywho. Or not the Clippers, but OKC. Anywho, I'm saying that to say this. I'm a Carmelo Anthony fan. What's the biggest knock on Carmelo? They always say he doesn't win. So why my issue was, why do they pick the goalpost up and move it back to the next football field for Carmelo Anthony, but they put the football they move it to the 50-yard line for Chris Paul? Why? I just don't understand it. Is he a team elevator? Yes. Is he a winner? No. And we have nothing to back up that he's a winner. We have stuff to back up that he's an elevator. He can take an okay team and make them good, but he can't make a good team great. That's what we've seen so far. We haven't seen it. Do I think he's capable in the right situation? Maybe, right? Like I'm not gonna say no. I'll say a maybe. But what's your best ability in my eyes is availability.
Availability, yeah, that's the truth.
And the year that they had to beat, the chance they could have beat the Warriors, what happened?
Not available.
He was not available. It was
DNP.
gone. DNP. Then the very next year, KD was out with, we know what happened, and they still lost. So I appreciate the fact that we was able to get some depth into this conversation, because I really did enjoy listening to you three dive into it. But I think I think this media narrative that Chris Paul is a winner, we need to stop using the word winner, and we need to put the accurate word in there. He is on the LeBron level of team elevators, right? Not winning, but as a team elevator, he is on that level. He can take a team and get them to at least a playoff form. But you can't sit here and tell me that they shouldn't have beat the Rockets in the second round when they blew that 3-1 lead. You can't sit here and tell me that they shouldn't have beat the Trailblazers in the first round in 2016. You can't sit here and tell me that they lost when they lost to the Jazz in the first round that they shouldn't have beat them. Those are unexcusable. You lose to the Warriors, I'm cool. You lose to the Spurs in the height of their dynasty, cool. You lose to the Lakers and Kobe, I'm cool. Y'all couldn't even name the third option on those three teams that I just said between the Rockets, the Trailblazers, and the Jazz, especially if I didn't name them off. That's all I'm saying. So, Chris Paul, we love you. Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
We definitely,
He's
are
still a great point guard.
in the purest form of point guards. You are one of those guys. You just, unfortunately, when we start talking about all-time great point guards, you're not above a Magic. You're not above a Steph Curry. You're not even a Stockton, right? Stockton went to the finals. He was playing next to Karl Malone, but he went to the finals. You know what I mean? So we can't go that far, but you are an all-time great point guard, and we definitely want to wish you a happy 36th birthday from the party.
Of course.
Shout out to CP3. Great conversation,
Yeah,
fellas.
shout out
So,
CP3.
Yeah, that was definitely a great conversation.
Thanks.
I'm glad we were
before
able to have that discussion.
Before we get into our special, we gonna touch on a quick little boxing. So the big topic of conversation is Floyd Mayweather going against Logan Paul. And recently Jake Paul, Logan Paul's brother, took Floyd's hat, and it's just been a whole debacle. But it's been real entertaining and real good. So my question posed to you all is, this Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul fight good for boxing, or is it just another gimmick? Let's see what y'all think, man. So let's kick it off. I want to start with D-Lamp. Let's go.
Oh,
What do you think? Is it good for boxing? Is it bad for boxing? I don't know.
So, I've been I've been on the fence about this. Cause I want to say it's bad for boxing, but deep down, I really think it's good for boxing. And let me tell you why. Most people will say, yeah, this is not really a fight. This is not really a boxing fight. We want to see actual boxers. Logan really hasn't. He's had 4 fights or somewhere in between there.
Not a lot.
He's not an official boxer, so people will say, yeah, this is not good for boxing. But the thing is, boxing is really losing its grip right now. If you haven't noticed, the MMA is really reaching a peak right now and is at the height of its powers, and that's what everybody wants to watch. Mm-hmm. That's really what everybody wants to watch. It's exciting. There's always something happening. So if you're in the boxing realm, this right here is grabbing headlines. Is really grabbing your attention. Even if you don't like Mayweather, if you don't like Paul, it's really gonna want you to tune in to see if once somebody gets knocked out or something. And speaking to what you said about Jake Paul taking Mayweather's hat, also a ploy to get you dragged into what's happening. Mm-hmm. We want our ratings to be up there when they're about to fight. So now that this has gone viral and Jake Paul has taken his hat, now you're going to be like, oh, so what's this whole fight about? Now let me tune in to what's going to happen. Floyd was making a big scene. He was really upset. So now you really going to want to tune in to see how he fights Logan and stuff like that. So in the grand scheme of things, I think it's good for boxing to get more clientele back, and you're competing with MMA at the end of the day. So you need all the people you can to watch. So I actually think it's good for boxing in that case. If y'all get what I'm saying.
So look, I like where you went with that, low key, because MMA has taken over when we talk about that realm of sports, right? That just the fighting realm of sports. MMA is definitely taking over that realm of sports. My issue is this: are you able to continue to build a brand over these gimmicks? Right? MMA is moving right along. UFC is it don't matter who they throw in there. They're just bringing in people, right? And when I say that, I say that to say that they're bringing in people, but they're also bringing in quality opponents. Mm-hmm. Their product, when we thought it would start falling off, is continuing to grow. You're resorting to a retired Floyd Mayweather and a Logan Paul who's a YouTube star.
Excuse me.
So will it get attention and will it grab some ratings and money and stuff? Yeah, it will. But if I'm boxing, how long am I able to sustain this before I have to really actually reinvest into my sport?
Mm-hmm. So let me just say this. So I can, if this is what they're doing, in my opinion, which I think they are saying, let me get your attention now. If I can have your attention now and have you invested for at least a little bit, we're going to put together something to keep you invested.
Well, we're struggling right now.
Yeah, we are struggling right now.
Look, I'm listen. Was anyone impressed with the last pay-per-view bout of these little gimmicks that we had out? No. Nate Robinson lasted all of 10 seconds.
No.
Mike Tyson had in his clause that he couldn't hit. You know, who was he going against?
Roy Jones.
Why am I drawing up? Roy Jones, right?
Roy Jones,
I apologize. Roy Jones. He basically said he came out. He couldn't hit Roy Jones in the face. So you're relying on Mike Tyson, Roy Jones, a YouTube star, and Floyd Mayweather. Those are your latest big draws outside of, you got the Canelos and whatnot, but they're not bringing in the same draw as some of these other guys.
No, I get you. I definitely get you. And I'm just saying, I think from their perspective, if we can pull you in for right now, hopefully we can get a way to keep you here.
I feel it. You have to try everything.
Mm-hmm.
You exhaust all options. My issue is, like I said, my only issue is how long before you're able to, before people are like, you know what, I'm tired of watching Nate Robinson get knocked out in 10 seconds. I'm tired of watching Logan Paul make a fool of himself against Floyd Mayweather. I'm tired of watching Conor McGregor come on here and get busted up by Floyd Mayweather. Like, you know what I mean? They're only gonna be able to ride this Floyd Mayweather train for a little bit longer before people, like, it was already starting to tail off at the end of his actual boxing career because people were like, this dude don't box. They weren't appreciative of his defensive style that he had to essentially go to in his later half of his career. So I just think the time is now if you're boxing, right? You got to make a move now. I don't know what the move is. I don't know what the future is. But whatever that is, you need to do it now. You know what I mean? So Jay-Tay, talk to me.
I'm gonna let Huncho go. Then I'm gonna end it off before we can go into the final segment. Go ahead, Huncho.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep it straight. This is terrible for boxing. I'm gonna be honest. Simply because, think about it. Back in the day, boxing was a sport that was up there with the ranks of basketball and football. When they had Ali, George Foreman, like all those big time fighters, it was top notch up there. When they had a pay-per-view fight coming on, everybody was tuned in. Every single person, everybody around the world. That reason being is because back in those days, the best of the best are fighting each other. It's not like that anymore. So now we're at a situation where, those people that have those belts or, that are those champions and welterweight champions or heavyweight champions, whatever, they're either, the promoters are either not promoting them correctly to the point where they can fight those heavyweight, those best of the best in their weight class, or they're shying away from it because they want to keep their belt and their title. So now, with that being said, boxing is taking a downfall due to that. So now, with that being said, okay, well, we now have to implement other ways to make money for boxing. Right now, boxing has more money in it than it has ever had. Honestly, there's a lot of networks that want to televise boxing, but it's just the fact that they don't have those fights, those great fights to really promote like that. But boxing has more money than it has ever had in it right now. When you don't have those best of the best fighters fighting each other, then you have to resort to other things. Roy Jones versus Mike Tyson. Bullshit. Excuse my language. Anytime Floyd Mayweather fights anybody, it's simply a money stunt, bro. Like, the person, whenever Floyd Mayweather has retired, bro. So whenever he fights somebody, there's never a knockout. It always goes to TKO. and they end up shaking hands and whoop de whoop, whatever, going on about their life. They always put on the show beforehand, escalate and promote. You know, Floyd Mayweather is the best promoting boxer ever in history. He knows what he's doing. That man has been doing this. He's been doing this for years. Him and Conor McGregor did all that publicity stunting, made that cash, and went on about their way.
Right.
This is the same situation, bro. That's Floyd Mayweather does not have a record to protect anymore, bro. Floyd Mayweather is retired. So with that being said, they're gonna make sure that Floyd, his record is gonna stay where it's at. He's not gonna ever be. He's gonna remain undefeated like he's been doing. He's retired. Like he don't gotta worry about that. This is a exhibition fight to get Paul paid. After this, Paul ain't gotta worry about nothing else for the rest of his life, bro. That's all this is, bro. Anybody that has ever fought Floyd Mayweather is set for life, bro.
Bro, because that's bank, bro. You making bank when you fight him, and that's all they want to do.
That's all this is now, bro. Like it's not even boxing anymore. Like it's a joke, bro. It's literally a joke. Like if boxing wants to become and go back to what it was, the best of the best gotta fight each other. Has to, or else boxing gonna be gone.
I feel you, bro.
So here's my take on it. So us, especially being 90s babies, I remember coming up and our families, our friends, fight parties was a big thing. But boxing is unlike any other sport. Maybe baseball. It's hard to become a pro and to gain those marquee fights in boxing. So that's why I think this is actually super good for boxing. I think this is excellent for boxing from the standpoint of you have a new generation of kids who are YouTubers, who are TikTokers, you know what I'm saying? So you're opening up a different audience to boxing, you know what I'm saying? Like Huncho said, it's a whole bunch of money in boxing right now. My thing is Floyd Mayweather, and he said it himself. He said, the first thing I am an entertainer. So I want to entertain. So if you want to sign me up to make $100 million, I'm gonna fight anybody you want me to fight. So I think it's good from that standpoint because we don't have Mike Tyson's, Ali's, Sugar Ray Leonard's. You know, we don't have those guys. So when you put these TikTokers and these YouTubers, now to Melo's point, I don't think he should be going against Floyd. You know what I'm saying? You know, but Floyd gonna chase a bag. Y'all know Floyd Mayweather. That's just who he is. He gonna chase a bag.
You should.
But
you should take the bag.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, before you even elaborate even further, I got a quick question. Why don't we have those names that built boxing anymore?
What you mean?
I feel like that goes.
Genuinely, I'm curious.
Yeah. I feel like that just goes deeper. I feel like.
Wait, say it again. What you mean? I can't
hear
hear you. My bad. I couldn't hear you.
My question?
Yeah, like
my
what
question
you mean?
was because he said we don't have the same names in the sport that had that big drawability as before, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm saying, like, why is that the case? What is the issue?
Because they're not fighting each other, bro. Like those big names, like the biggest.
But who are outside of the Canelos or the Triple G's, right?
So
Tyson,
I got it. So here's what it is. Here's what it is. People always fail to mention the relationship aspect of these big business corporation, boxing, basketball, football. My thing is the reason why Michael Jordan is so celebrated, LeBron James is so celebrated, Steph Curry is so celebrated, is because the NBA promotes that. You know what I'm saying? The NFL still has to promote, like Patrick Mahomes. The NFL loves Patrick Mahomes because he's a baller, but he's marketable. You know what I'm saying? But these leagues sell their players. They sell their players. And I feel like boxing doesn't have that relationship. You know, I don't understand why, you know, we give Mike Tyson his praise. We do, you know what I'm saying? But Mike Tyson should be just as big as freaking LeBron James, or you know what I'm saying? Like, when you think boxing, the first person you instantly think about is Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, and then if you're not into sports, after that, it's like, who? I don't know. I don't know who fought next, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I feel like boxing needs to do a better job promoting their boxers and giving it that feel again. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when we was growing up, hit a barbecue in the morning, and when you finna go watch that fight, everybody finna sit around and watch this fight. Yep.
Somebody hosting a fight, we gonna be at somebody's house, one of our parents' home, homeboy house. We gonna be
honestly, bro, without Manny Pacquiao and Floyd, boxing would have been going through this way a long time ago, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Because Manny Pacquiao and Floyd carried boxing themselves single-handedly for years, bro.
And I don't feel like they did them justice. I don't feel like they did them. Floyd just a money man, bro. Floyd had his own promoters.
That's the issue, right? Like Floyd was the only one of this recent generation of boxers to take promotion into his own hands. You know what I mean? Even Pacquiao got big because of his talent, but the draw was what? Pacquiao versus who? Floyd. You know what I mean? Like, people wanted to see that fight, and obviously when it happened, it just didn't live up to the billing because it was past. It would have been like if Kobe would have played LeBron in the finals in 2015, like it would have been cool, but it wasn't the same, right?
Past due.
Right. So I give you
that.
We
wanted that 09, but
that's big name fighters fighting big name fighters. That's to the best right there. Like
they need to find a way.
That's what they need to get back to.
They need to find a way to bring the
heavyweight is done, bro.
They need to bring back ESPN back in the day used to show boxing every Friday. They used to show boxing every Friday.
All those fighters that size, heavyweight and up, are UFC. They UFC fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's
I
the
didn't mean to
fact
cut
that,
you
like,
off, Jay. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just was curious.
No, yeah, go ahead, Jay. My bad.
No. Y'all fine. Like I said, I just and we can leave it at this because we got our big topic next. I just feel like boxing needs to do a better job of being marketable. Like I said, boxing is one of those pound for pound sports. People love football, as quiet as kept, people don't like to talk about it, but people like the violence in football, you know what I'm saying? And boxing is one of those sports, and that's why those people make so much money. So honestly, I just feel like, in the NBA, they celebrate their players. In the NFL, they celebrate their players. In the MLB, in the NHL, they have their Hall of Fames, and they're constantly celebrating these players. D-Wade, Shaq, they on TNT doing talk show, doing broadcasting, you know what I'm saying? People like those marketable faces that the NBA has just promoted forever and ever. So I just feel like boxing needs to do a better job of that, and they will be okay because, like we said, we grew up off fights on Saturday night, you know what I'm saying? The whole ticket. I remember my cousins being over there, we hanging out, watching a boxing match. You know what I'm saying? They need to bring that flavor back, But
it's cool,
we'll see.
The party bringing it back this weekend. Huncho coming to town. The
party
bringing it back this weekend. Shout out Flyyr Pop. Flyyr Pop already said he put it on for us. Hey, Flyyr Pop.
Flyyr fight party, man.
We gonna be watching the fight. So yeah.
This has been a pretty interesting show. We didn't have y'all for a minute, so we gonna kick it
all day.
Yeah. Boxing. We gonna definitely get into some more boxing. That was a fun conversation, fellas. So y'all know what we got up next. We got What the Tweet, where we take some of the most outrageous tweets that we see from the week, and we sit here and discuss them. Like we said, only we have seen our own personal tweets. We don't know what each other's gonna have, so
y'all get live reactions off this cuff.
Right. So
we don't know. We don't got time to prepare for what to tweet. Look, it is what it is. Let's get it.
Right.
What's
up, Remy?
Let's bring him down. What we got?
Oh, he's starting off with that boy.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I like this.
Directly from the source.
This. Yeah,
y'all
directly
see it,
from
man.
the source.
For those that's listening on SoundCloud, the tweet that was just pulled up is yours truly, Huncho Norris tweet.
Yeah,
the tweet
we looking
reads,
directly at the tweeter.
The tweet reads, unpopular opinion, Steph Curry should be an MVP candidate. Now, I want to rephrase this because I see that he has been quote unquote getting some MVP candidate selections, but I feel like that's mostly because he's advocating himself as that now, and he's actually came out and said it. But when you go look at the list, his name is not on there, which is ridiculous to me. Steph Curry should be a top 5 candidate for MVP.
Okay.
That's
Give me 5.
that's what I'm changing. That's what I'm changing
me
my
a
tweet
5.
to.
Give me your 5.
I'm gonna go Jokic,
Okay.
Giannis.
All right.
This ain't no order. This ain't no order. I'm just naming them.
Okay.
Jokic, Giannis. Is Embiid back?
Yeah.
Yeah, Embiid's back. He's been
Embiid.
playing.
Embiid.
That's 3.
I don't know who I put in that 4th spot.
I'll go
See, so the
Giannis.
fact that you can't even
Yeah,
name
Giannis
5
in
people,
there.
there goes Steph. Yeah.
I'll go Giannis there and then Steph. No order, but I'll put Giannis in there though.
He already.
I did. I said
Yeah,
Giannis.
he said
I said
Giannis. He said Giannis. Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
wait. You only got 3, and then, I mean, well, 4 if you include Steph. You only got 4.
Dame.
Okay.
Okay.
I
like
say
that.
Dame. Yeah.
I like that.
I say Embiid. No order. Embiid, Jokic, Giannis, Dame, Steph.
Okay.
But Steph is top 5.
I actually like that. Okay. All right. You handing it off?
I don't know yet.
I'm saying, if you got more to say, go ahead. Like, let us enlighten us. Let us.
I'm
know
gonna say
what's up.
this. I'm gonna say this. The load that man is carrying right now is second to none, bro. You're telling me that he's about to he done moved his team up to AC, bro. Balling
Hey.
without him.
Hey, he holding the scoring title right now.
Without him, they would be nowhere near. Heavier load. I can't not have him in there, bro. Like, to me, honestly, it's disrespect not to have him in there. And I understand the record and everything, and you gotta have him win the record, whatever. But the most valuable player is most valuable player.
I feel
If
it.
you're able to hold your team up to that record and be able to carry them single-handedly, there's no reason why you shouldn't be up there.
I feel it. All right, bet. Who you handing it off to?
I'm gonna save you for last, Melo.
Yes,
I'm gonna go
yeah.
Jay-Tay.
Um,
Just cause I want Melo to go right before, or I want Lamp to go right before Melo go.
Okay, so I definitely think Steph should get some praise, and I definitely think he's top 5. But I'm gonna take somebody out and call me crazy. I'm gonna take somebody out of Huncho's top 5, and I think this is gonna be really wild. So I agree with all those people. Embiid, Jokic, Giannis, Steph. I'm gonna take Dame out, and I'm gonna throw Julius Randle in there. I think Julius Randle
You've been
is
on
gonna
that
win
train all
most
year, though.
improved. Yeah, definitely. I think Julius Randle is gonna win most improved player. I don't think he's gonna. He might get some MVP. He might get some MVP votes, but the Knicks are currently 4th, and they technically have the same record as the Mavericks and the Lakers. And you know, we don't talk about Luka enough, but Luka been on the tear as well. So you know, just because Dame Portland just having those struggles, you know what I'm saying? Not taking anything away from Dame, but I just want to shout out. Like I said, definitely those 4. But if I had to throw in, a 5th, I would definitely look into Luka, and Luka been playing out of his mind. So Luka and Julius Randle, those would be my 5, 6 right now. But I definitely think Steph should be an MVP for sure. Like you said, his load is ridiculous, man. And Steph putting people on blast this season for real, bro. Because people was talking mad trash, with all those injuries and stuff last year. They was down. I drafted Steph first round last season, and he went out for me, and I was one of those people that was mad. But I ain't never count him out, man. And one thing he's gonna do, man. People don't give him enough credit for his heart, bro. Like Steph got heart, so I just feel like, to Huncho's point, the fact that he is carrying such a heavy load, that he should get some MVP votes. So I'm gonna pass it to Lamp since Huncho wants Melo to go last.
Hey, That was nice. Julius Randle, he's been balling. He's definitely been and, bro, why you looking at me like that,
I'm
bro?
just listening, bro.
Look, so Julius Randle, and I'm speaking all facts right now. He has been balling. He has definitely been balling. But I'm not going to put him in an MVP candidate. Like, most improved player, that has a ring to it.
Yeah.
So we all know Jokic is going to win MVP, which
Jokic need to be thanking Michael Porter Jr. as we spoke on last week.
Oh my gosh, bro! Please don't bring Michael Porter Jr. up for MVP.
No. I said he needs to be thanking.
Oh, he
Michael
needs to be
Porter
thanking
Jr.
Michael.
He's
Why?
averaging 26 since Jamal Murray got out his way. What do you mean? They won 9 out of their last 11. What are we talking about?
All right, bro. All right. For sure.
I just say he needed to thank him. I'm not saying
Okay.
Michael Porter's the best player or anything. I'm just saying he needed to thank him. He stepped up.
Okay, yeah, he stepped up. So that's definitely helped, which me and Jalen talked about a couple months back when I thought as soon as James Harden got hurt, I knew who was going to win. But yeah, it's Jokic. You got Dame in there. I'm definitely going to put Steph Curry in there because my thing is the load you have to carry. Dame and Steph Curry have been playing without their superstars for a majority, and Steph is still doing it. For a majority of the year, Dame didn't have CJ McCollum or Nurkic.
And it was crazy because CJ was balling too before he got injured. He was averaging like
Exactly.
26, 27 points.
Exactly. So Dame was out there doing it by himself. Well, y'all know what I mean. But
Yeah.
he was out there doing that without any like superstar help. So that really like says something to me for you to be like the most valuable player. So him and Steph, I really have on like the list. Embiid, he's come back and he's still doing his thing because there's been so many injuries. So this is definitely like one of those odd seasons when it comes to MVP candidates because everybody's hurt because such like the condensed schedule. Everybody's playing every other day, so we're more likely to get more injuries. So we've had our stars have been out for a very long time, which have like got them out of the MVP race, which makes this like an odd year. So Embiid coming back doing this thing, he's still on the list. So that's Jokic, Curry, Dame, Embiid, and my last one will probably have to go to. And I thought about this long and hard, and I want to give it to Chris Paul, but like I said, he's had a lot of help. His rotation pieces have really shown up this year. They have really grown into their own. So I'm gonna say I don't know why nobody's talking about Donovan Mitchell right now.
Because he hurt.
Yeah,
I mean he's hurt right now, but
that's why I said Luka. Luka been running it up.
I'm saying he hurt.
But nobody has been talking about him this whole season.
I believe he's averaging 26 a game.
No,
26. Yeah.
No, earlier in the podcast when we first started the podcast, I definitely shouted out Donovan Mitchell.
I'm not talking about us. I'm not talking about us
yeah,
necessarily. I'm just talking about media in general. Nobody has been talking about Donovan Mitchell, but we're bringing up Julius Randle as the MVP candidate, and nobody has said anything about Donovan Mitchell. And I'm not saying like I know you've brought him up, but I'm just saying in general. So yeah, I'll put Donovan Mitchell up there, but I know he's hurt, so that's a whole conflicting.
See, if I put Donovan Mitchell in there, then the only reason why I didn't think Donovan is because I will put Harden before Donovan because they both been injured and Harden was balling out of his mind.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying Harden has been hurt for a longer time than Donovan's. I would have put Harden in there, but Harden's been out longer than Donovan's been out. But yeah, Steph Curry should definitely be an MVP candidate. There's no reason not for him not to be.
Melo.
Close us out, Melo.
But, yeah, the moment we've been waiting for. I know a lot of stats gonna come out. I know a lot. Like he's gonna drill into this.
Hey,
Go ahead. I'm waiting.
what GB doing, Melo?
Hey, it's that time. Let me break some stuff down to y'all, bro. Let me break some stuff down to y'all. The reason that what's the popular opinion of why Steph isn't an MVP candidate?
His record.
Their record, right?
They're
Right.
fighting for a play-in spot.
Thank you, Jay. Right. Thank you. Mind you, Steph Curry has played in 58 games this year, right? Let's see. The Warriors have played 66 games. He's played in 58. In the games he's played, the Warriors. I just had this pulled up. Give me 1 second. The Warriors have won 32 games that he's played in. You know what that means? What they won without Steph Curry?
Golly.
They won 1 game.
Sheesh.
So that's just a start. So they're 32-26 with Steph Curry playing, which right now on that record and that pace, just based off of win percentage, which is a 57% win percentage, right? That would sit them as the 5th seed in the West.
If he played the whole year.
So far, just if we were to go off of the win percentage, right?
Yeah.
So if you were to prolong that out, they would be sitting at the West. They would be sitting at the 5th seed in the West. Obviously, when you take Steph Curry out of this lineup, what do you have? You have the team that got the second pick.
That's a lottery team.
Not even a lottery team. They were the worst team in the league last year.
Top 3.
So
G-League.
simply inserting this 6'3" light-skinned brother, you got them into the lineup. You would have them just sitting at the 5th seed. Obviously, he's missed some games with the tailbone injury, which is why they're currently at 33-33. But in the games he's played, they've won 32 of them.
I'm balling.
Okay, let's keep the stats. Let's keep them pushing. All right, I'm just getting started. Right now, listen, tee him up for me. Who is Michael Mulder?
No.
Say it again.
Michael Mulder. Anyone?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, he's currently their starting shooting guard. Okay, he is a G League player who played 27 minutes just the other night. Juan Toscano Anderson. Anyone?
I know Toscano.
Heard of him.
Toscano.
Heard of him. Where did he come from? The G League. I'll answer that for you. The G League. Their other double-digit scorer, Jordan Poole. Right? He played where half this season? The G League.
My man playing for Santa Cruz right now.
Listen. He's basically playing with Santa Cruz Warriors right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Half the dudes. Listen. Almost half of the guys. They played 8 people last night or the other night. 3 of the 8 were just in the G League.
Sheesh.
All right, stop playing with me.
Man.
Okay.
That's tough.
Listen. Of his double-digit scorers, James Wiseman, he's been out. He's been out half the season and won't come back the rest of the season. The number 2 overall pick, he's been out with him. He's basically been out the lineup. Kevon Looney, in and out the lineup all year. Eric Pascal, their hopeful guy that was all rookie player last year, in and out the lineup all year, injuries. Obviously they lost Marquise Chris early on. Kelly Oubre, their big signing, right? Their big trade. Well, he's been out the last 12 games. What are we talking about?
Man,
So yes, should he be an MVP candidate on this collection of bums? Yes, he should be. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I won't even get into the rest of the stats that I had. Not that he's set the record for the most 3-pointers in a span of the league. I believe he hit 300 threes in 50-something odd games, something that's never been done before. And if he was playing a regular season, that he would obliterate his own record of threes made in a season. Won't even get into the fact that he's averaging more points this year than he did when he won his unanimous MVP season. Even though Damian Lillard said now he's going to see what it really feels like to have those shots that those guys have that don't have help around them. Shut up, Damian. You don't know what it's like. You don't know what it's like. That's the thing. You don't know what it's like because the running trend of the season has been posting pictures of Steph Curry being quadruple teamed at half court. I literally, that could be my what to tweet. It's just pulling that up and just having those pictures just be my tweet.
So wait. We're not going to scoop past the fact that you called the MVP candidates a collection of bums.
That's not what I said. I said his team is a collection of bums.
His team is a
he said
collection
his
of
team.
bums.
He said his team. He said his team.
Okay. I was like, oh my goodness.
I could turn 2K on right now, and the one thing they gonna say is they have to motivate Andrew Wiggins to get that money after they paid him. Okay. What do y'all call Draymond Green? The triple single?
I get it now.
Okay.
I get it now. All right,
do I need to continue?
You don't have to continue.
Shout
I
out
understand.
to Chuck. Triple C.
I understand.
Yeah. So should he be top 3 in the MVP? Yes. Like we need to stop this, dude. The ultimate disrespect. But I'm glad it happened, right? Because when Klay comes back and he has another player with a brain on the court, right, that can score and actually be a
He don't got nobody
option.
on the court with a brain right now, bro.
Go ahead and cue the next tweet, Randy. Because we'll be on this all day. We still got a couple more.
I said I wasn't gonna get into the rest of those stats. Listen, bro. I just get frustrated that if Steph don't go for 50, they not winning. And then people want to talk about how he's the 9th seed, even though he has a 57 win percentage.
Oh, this is my tweet. So, our good old friend Charles Barkley said that Denver is beating the Lakers with a healthy Bron and AD. And then this guy, Ken He Live, shout out to Ken He Live, got this tweet from you, man. LMFAOOOOO. So we're not going to say what that means, but he's just laughing. So I just want to know if you guys, just like I said, it's not no real crazy tweet. Just kind of is Denver beating the Lakers with a healthy Bron and AD? Because I've been seeing a lot of talks because the West is so close that Denver doesn't want to see the Lakers. So I want to know from you guys, if LeBron and AD are healthy, is Denver beating?
Let me go first. I'll make it quick. No. Like, what? What are we talking about here? They're definitely not beating a healthy Lakers team. And I don't even know, unless they played the Lakers in the first round, if they're getting to the Lakers. So,
You back on that?
I'm just going to say, I want my bottle.
Yikes.
When these guys get kicked out of the playoffs. That's all I'm saying.
They're better without Jamal Murray.
All right. Go ahead, Melo. What you think?
Listen, bro. Them Lakers, this is not the same Lakers team that we seen last year. I said it when they got the dude.
I agree with you.
This is not that same team. We obviously know they're campaigning. I don't know if you noticed or if we recall, but Kyle Kuzma this week in the media said they need to play Marcus All more. Didn't they just sign Andre Drummond because they was tired of Marcus All? Right? So they don't even know what they got going on. Listen, I'm trying to tell y'all keep sleeping on them Nuggets. Listen, bro.
With the healthy Bron and AD?
Bron, have you not seen AD this year? AD look like a scrub this year, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. 20, is he averaging 24? Let's put something on that.
Before he got hurt.
He wasn't doing that before he got hurt. He even said himself he been playing like a bum before he got hurt.
He was still averaging more than 20.
Listen,
AD
bro,
mad about Aaron Rodgers right now. He's such an op for that. I don't understand how you from Chicago and you a freaking
rock with the Packers.
Yeah, bro. Like, what's up with that?
Okay,
21. Maybe Lamp got the 1 and the 4 mixed up. It was 21.4.
I knew it was
AD
more.
ain't did nothing
I
all
knew
year.
it was more than 21.
Listen, since AD got ranked the second best player in the league, it was that, AD don't do well with pressure. And then once that pressure got on him, it busted them pipes. Listen, I'll say this, and I'm going to pass it to Huncho. Denver can beat the Lakers with Bron and AD. And this is why. Because now their second option is in a 6'3 guard. It is a 6'10 bucket. I keep trying to tell y'all,
This man keeps trying to make highlights, man.
Who making highlights?
He wants us to clip these things that he is saying. That's what
I
it
tell
is.
the Nuggets to
That's
win.
what this is,
Did I
bro.
tell? Listen, Van.
That's what it is, bro.
Van,
He
did
wants
I
us to
tell
clip
the
these.
Nuggets? Did I tell the Nuggets to win 8 out of the last 10 games without Jamal Murray? Did I tell Michael Porter Jr. to average 26 and 10 the last 10 since the injury in the last month and a half or so? No. Instead of having a 6'3" guy, now they got a guy who can just facilitate the offense to take some of that pressure off of Jokic to make that happen. And then you add in the ability now to Michael Porter Jr. The only reason he went that low is because of injuries. Michael Porter Jr. was arguably the most talented player in that draft. Are we free?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But let me ask you this. Since we're going to be playing Michael Porter Jr. all these minutes, who is he guarding?
He's folding,
Hey, man.
bro.
Who is he guarding?
LeBron said he'll never be 100% again, so
I don't.
that's what he said.
Hell,
LeBron
bro.
can be 50% and Michael
Bro.
Porter Jr. still can't guard him.
Well, LeBron was 50% and they lost both the games that he came back and played. So you
All
tell me.
right. Huncho, what's your
Michael
thoughts, bro?
Porter Jr. still can't guard him.
My thoughts is I'm laughing right with him because what is Charles Barkley talking about? They're getting cooked. The Nuggets are getting cooked, bro. Healthy Bron and healthy AD, bro, is raps, bro. Michael Porter ain't gonna want no smoke. No smoke.
Put some on that. Put some on it. Put your money where your
Bro.
mouth is.
I'm not knocking him, bro. I'm not knocking him. He's a bucket.
I'm
He's a
talking
dog.
about Denver. I'm not talking Michael Porter. I'm talking Denver and the Lakers. If they see each other, I'll say this: Denver gonna go further than the Lakers.
With healthy Bron and AD.
But we putting more on this?
Let's
we
wait till we do our playoff breakdown.
My fault.
Let's wait till we do our let's wait to see.
We can hold off on it.
Yeah. Let's
Jay just
let's
saved
see
you.
how teams are looking
Jay
when they
just
go into
saved
the
you, 'cause I was gonna
playoffs.
put you on it. You know I'll get down. I'll put
But
you. on
I
the
like
spot.
I like that. I like
I
that,
ain't gonna
Melo.
do
Let's
that to
keep that
you,
in
man.
mind. Yeah, keep
I
that in
ain't gonna
mind.
do
Keep
that
that
to
in
you,
mind.
man.
All right, bet. What's the next tweet?
Well,
Jay
before you go
got-
to
Jay
the
gotta
next
go.
tweet,
My bad.
Wait, real quick, Jay.
mine gonna be quick. I just don't think that Denver can beat the Lakers with the healthy Bron and AD. But I am agreeing with Melo. I don't think it's gonna be as easy as people making it out to be. Even with the healthy Bron and AD, that Denver team is scary. And
We forget
Michael
they
Porter
picked
is
up
the
Aaron
truth.
Gordon. Aaron
yeah, Aaron Gordon's been playing really well too.
For them now.
Yeah, he's been playing. He's their
That's
third
how-
option now. Yeah, Aaron Gordon had to be the first option in Orlando, and we seen how that worked
No,
out.
I definitely understand that. I get what y'all saying.
You
And
can switch
don't
the
get me wrong,
tweet,
I'm
man.
not. Yeah, you can pull the next one up. I'm not undercutting Jamal Murray. I'm
Right,
just
right.
saying what
Michael
does
Porter,
it
that
take?
guy, he's nice.
It generally, and we spoke on this earlier. Point guards
About
aren't
Chris
generally the best players on a team, or it's hard for point guard driven leagues or for teams to win because it's easier to take a point guard out of a game. It's hard to take a legitimate 6'10" shooter that can score at all three levels out of a game.
Mm-hmm.
This is my tweet. Let's move on. So
that's
my
tough.
tweet was this. I said I was gonna have y'all thinking. Jay, I appreciate your
got
tweet,
mine.
Brody.
Yeah, that tweet was good.
That
That
was
was
a
a
good
good
tweet.
tweet.
That
I
was a
like
good
it.
tweet.
Hey, listen. We gonna keep it quick here on this one. Start one, bench one, cut one. We got Luka, we got Kyrie, and we got Damian Lillard. I ain't playing with y'all boys. Daryl, I'm putting the pressure on you
this
right now. I don't want you to think
Oh,
about it.
this
I don't
I
want you
knew
to
you
think
was gonna
about
pick
it
me
because I don't
too.
want you to think about it. Go ahead.
All
I'm
right.
putting the pressure on
Oh man. This is a tough one. It's
This
definitely a
is
tough
tough.
one. Start one, bench one, cut one. Ooh.
you. I said this was a good one. I told you I had something in store for y'all today.
Oh.
Look at Jalen up there. Look at Jalen up there.
I got my answer.
Go ahead, Huncho.
Wait, no. I got it.
No,
I got
it's
it.
Daryl's
not-
scared
I
of
got
the-
it.
He's scared of the answer, bro.
I ain't
Because he
scared.
gonna say what he don't want to say.
I ain't scared of the moment. So look, this is what I'm gonna say. And I know y'all not gonna like me, but if I had to start one, it'd be Luka.
Okay, come on with it, Lamp.
I'm starting Luka.
Okay,
If I had to bench one,
who you benching, Lamp?
He gonna cut Kyrie.
Who you benching, Lamp?
He not
Come
gonna-
on with
he
it,
not
because I feel like
cutting
we on the
Kyrie,
same
bro.
page right now, brother.
He not cutting Kyrie, so Dame getting cut. Who next?
we benching Kyrie.
Told you.
Let's go. We benching Kyrie. You feel me? And
High,
then Dame,
high five,
I'm
my brother.
sorry. Even though I spoke so highly of Dame, this is
Dame.
hard. This is definitely hard. But yeah, sorry, Dame.
I ain't even got to say
Bye-bye,
my
logo
answer.
boy.
Lamp said my answer for me.
Bye logo boy. But yeah, that's just the pecking order for me. Luka, like most people are gonna like. If we could start all over, and you know how all the GMs said they would start their franchise with Cat, it would not be Cat. It would definitely be Luka. So if you like, you would definitely want like to start your franchise around Luka. And let me tell you, I'm gonna get real deep with this, but I'm gonna make it quick. I'm gonna get real deep with this, but I'm gonna make it quick. If I'm taking one of these point guards, and let's say they had a quality team, they're not going too far. We make it to the playoffs, we get out in the first playoffs. But I'm starting a franchise with one of these players. I'm starting it with Kyrie. He's Showtime. It doesn't matter what Kyrie does. You want to watch it. It doesn't matter at all. Dame's a good player. Dame's a great point guard. Dame's a logo boy. He shoots from the three. He dunks on people. But I bet you if you were to add up how many minutes of highlights there were between these two guards, Kyrie is outlasting him by probably a pretty good margin.
All right, here's what I gotta say.
I'm gonna take start Luka, bench Kyrie, cut Dame.
Okay,
go ahead, since you already.
So Huncho said the same thing as you, but I'm gonna definitely start Luka. I'm gonna bench Dame, and I'm gonna cut Reed. Like, and this is no shade to Kyrie.
I know why y'all would cut Reed.
So here's my reasoning for it. We just talked about MVPs in the previous category, and ain't none of us say Kyrie Irving. Now, we did recognize Dame, and we did recognize Luka. Like you said, to your point, you definitely, like, my thing is, highlights are nice and all, but I don't even think we talk about Kyrie in the same light if LeBron never went back to Cleveland. And not us specifically, because we watch hoops, you know. Shout out to Kyrie, because Kyrie one of my favorite players. But what Luka is showing me is that one, Luka can carry a team to the playoffs. Dame has showed me he can carry a team through the playoffs. You know, I mean, he has had some shortcomings, but Dame has been the best player on his team making runs in the playoffs. And Luka was the best player last year when he, you know, had that good run in the first round, and he's willing his team to potentially not be in that play-in game. So I'm definitely going to start Luka. I'm going to bench Dame, and it hurts me to say this because Kyrie is one of my favorite players. I really enjoy watching Kyrie, but, you know, if you ain't got LeBron or KD on your team, you know what I'm saying? You know, people just looking at Kyrie is like one of those flashy guys, you know what I'm saying? And of course, like I said, I don't think that. I really like Kyrie's style of play, you know what I'm saying? So that's not just me personally, but I'm just talking about from like a broader view. So that's my only reason why. All these guys are cut, all of them are good, but I'm gonna start Luka, bench Dame, and I'm gonna cut Reed.
I feel it. Hey.
Before you go, Melo, let me expand on my answer and piggyback off of Lamp real quick. So, like I said, I agree with my head is right where Lamp is, starting Luka, benching Kyrie, cutting Dame. I'm keeping Luka. Luka is definitely starting because Luka is playing tremendously right now, and Luka's still young, so I know that Luka gonna do something in the future for sure. He has every quality. Like Lamp said, if I could start my franchise with any one of these players, it's definitely going to be Luka. Kyrie a bucket. I don't mean they all buckets, but Kyrie, I'd take him off my bench for sure. I don't want somebody that's going to fold in the playoffs. That's what I don't want. I don't want somebody that's going to that don't know how to get past the specific round and just cry about his wrist hurting or whatever and just not be able to ball. I don't want
Who
that.
did that? Who did that?
Whatever. What was it? His wrist, his finger? What was it?
What's that?
What was it? His wrist or his finger? What was it?
Who did that? I'm asking. I don't know.
Dame.
Man, is it my turn yet?
I don't want him on my team. And you know he's good for that too. I don't want him.
Huncho, you out of line, man.
Am I out of line, bro?
You out of line. You're out of pocket right
listen,
now.
Let me know,
listen,
please.
bro.
Let me know if I'm out of line.
Go ahead, Melo. Go ahead, Melo.
Let me go, bro. Let me go. First of all, what y'all not gonna sit here and do is disrespect number 0. So number 0 is, and I say y'all, I'm really directing at my boy Huncho. I don't know what he did to you, but you need to stop that, okay?
Bro.
Start one is gonna definitely be Damian Lillard, okay? Damian Lillard is the second best.
You're starting Dame over Luka?
Damian Lillard is the second best point guard in the league, behind Steph Curry. And it's not even. D-Lamp,
not close.
D-Lamp talked about it earlier. Like, we're talking pure. I'm talking about point guard position. Not the James Harden and no. There's point guard position. Even though James Harden has the ball in his hand, he creates a lot of offense. Damian Lillard is the second best point guard in the league. Mind you, D-Lamp talked about all the injuries that they've had this year, right? Well, him and Luka have the same exact record. So, once again, my start one is Damian Lillard. Cue that tape up for me. Cue that up for me, Remy. And this is who getting cut.
Stuff planned.
This is who getting cut. I'm going to just show y'all who getting cut, okay? Cue that up for me. That's who getting cut. That's who's getting cut. For those who are listening, it is a picture of a fat Luka Doncic, okay? Listen.
That's Luka? That look like Jokic.
Yes, that's Luka. That's Luka, okay?
Bro, that's
Jokic.
That's
Jokic,
bro. Stop playing with me.
That's Jokic.
That's
I'm over
Jokic,
here trying. It's okay. Listen, I'm over here
I
trying
was
to
gonna say that look a
multitask.
lot like Jokic.
I'm over here trying to multitask. I'm like, oh yeah, we got something queued up. Okay, whatever.
This man has
He
stuff
definitely
planned.
wore
Anywho.
Husky.
Anywho, listen, I'm cutting Luka, regardless of who the picture. I'm cutting.
You're
Luka.
capping, bro.
Why am I?
Bro,
capping,
you said
bro?
it yourself. Whenever, bro, what do you say about Dame? What do you say about Dame when he gets to the playoffs, bro? It comes out of your own mouth.
Right, but that's because Dame
Dame took
also
Portland to
played
the
on
Western
Cap-
Conference Finals.
He took he's the only team that ever took a team to the conference finals. First of all, so as the number one option, it's like so.
Yeah.
First of all, we're gonna stop the disrespect on Dame. The reason that he hasn't gotten to the conference finals is because that man is in that conference. Let's get that 100% correct. 2,
I agree.
Luka has yet to show me that he could take a team past the first round. Now, Luka as a number one option versus Kyrie, what I've seen Kyrie do at the biggest moments.
Yeah,
that's why I said y'all. You said y'all.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know.
No, look.
Listen, I had to root for the Warriors versus Kyrie Irving. I know what Kyrie is.
See,
He coming off the bench, but I know what Kyrie is.
My thought process for this was because Luka technically he's marked as a forward. You know what I'm saying? So that was my thought process. I was like, I want a bigger body forward to start my franchise with. So that was my starting point. Because there was no disrespect. I wasn't cutting Dame. That was my read. Dame the second best point guard in the league. So I wasn't cutting that. So that was my thought process because I don't want to cut nobody.
You're right. Obviously, we don't cut anybody. I'm not taking the one dude that took, mind you, he took a dude that is his second best player is a 6'3" guard out of one of the smallest D1 colleges in the country. That's who he took with him to the conference finals. So he's number one. He's just the one that starts. If you put him on some of these teams with these rosters, and they can't double him and they can't do that. He just don't have the off-ball ability. None of these dudes can play off-ball, first of all. So it's an even playing field when I'm having this conversation. When we're talking about Steph and Dame, it's different because Dame doesn't have the ability that Steph has. But in this field, he has that. Like, they're all the same. Dame is that man. He just ain't never played with a guy that can do those things. But Dame is definitely, he took in the West, he took a team to the Western Conference Finals. And we were just talking about Chris Paul. Chris Paul didn't do that till he played with James Harden.
Right.
So I'm definitely going, and this is it, and we can queue up the next one. Start one Dame, bench one Kai, and then cut one. At this current juncture, it's gonna be Luka, and I like Luka again.
All right.
I drafted
that,
Luka.
yeah.
Like,
And your
I feel like
reasoning
you're basing
behind
this
it was
off of
good.
this year. I feel like you're basing this off of this year.
I said that last year though,
Okay, but
and
okay,
Van's my
I feel
witness
you.
because
I feel you.
we brought up the superstar.
But that was a great
debate.
tweet. That was a great tweet.
People, we were asking
Y'all
about the
coming with
superstar
some
debate, and I
heavy
said he's not a
hitters
superstar
today.
yet either.
Okay, no, I feel you. That
Yeah.
was a great tweet.
Jeez.
But yeah, we're gonna have to end it this way. And I had so many tweets I wanted to bring up, but I was like, yeah, we gotta do this. I was like, we have to talk about it. We gotta talk about it.
Do I have to answer this?
This is a really interesting
go
question.
first?
I'm really curious to
get out
see
the
what
way.
Lamp gonna say. Yeah, I'm
I
really
get out the
interested to see
way.
what Lamp gonna say.
So I've been watching ESPN. I've been seeing like the conversations they've been having. They've been bringing up my man Russ. Like I grew up off Iverson. That was my man's. I had Iverson shoes left and right. So I grew up off Iverson. But Russ. So let me get into the tweet.
Yeah, read it for the people.
So yeah, so for those who aren't watching on YouTube, the tweet is from Back Corner Media, and it says another popular debate that has been happening and has been circling around the past couple days is who has had a better career, Allen Iverson or Russell Westbrook. They both have an MVP. They both been All-Stars, and they both won multiple scoring titles. So I want to know who y'all think, when Russell's career is all said and done, will have a better career. Russell Westbrook or Allen Iverson? And the guy to the left of me has been saying he really wants to get his
I'm just gonna say
his answer out the way.
I'm gonna just say 2 words and then I'll pass it to the next person.
I know what he gonna say. I know what you about to say.
What you gonna say?
I know what I'm going to say. We should fit. Why not?
Allen Iverson?
Oh, I thought you was going to say why not.
No, I want you to expand on that, because that wasn't what I was picturing.
I wasn't
So
either.
now I need an explanation on why you believe that.
Allen Iverson took speaking of taking a bunch of bums. Allen Iverson took bums to the finals, and not only did he take them there, he won a game against. He's the sole reason the Lakers didn't go 16-0.
16-0, yeah. Yes.
And that's definitely a good.
D-Lit, AI is probably 5'10", realistically.
Nah, for real.
Like, listen, the issue with AI, and it's funny because they're similar from the standpoint, just they needed the ball, they had egos as those type of guys. And I love Russ. Oh, I love Russ. But listen, AI did something that Russ couldn't do. He did something that Russ couldn't do, and Russ doing something that AI couldn't do. But to me, what Allen Iverson was actually able to do is greater to me, even though the triple doubles and everything that Russell Westbrook is he's for sure a top 10. I would need to sit down and really start nitpicking to possibly get him to a top 5 point guard all the time. We know who number 1 and 2 is. Really, 1, 2, and 3. Magic, Steph, and Isaiah Thomas really can take the 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Shout out to Melo for shouting out Isaiah.
Yeah, after that, you have to try to figure out where you want to put Russ. But Allen Iverson is arguably you put him top 5 shooting guards, right, of all time. It's not as much nitpicking with AI. Like I said, the fact that he took it'd be like Russell Westbrook taking. Remember that team that he had when he had that first triple double when KD left and he had a bunch of nobodies? Mm-hmm. It would have been like him taking that team to the finals and somehow beating the Warriors one game. Something that LeBron couldn't even do.
Okay.
So for me, that's why that's where I look at it. I gotta go AI. When I say we're splitting hairs, we under a microscope trying to split a hair right now. That's what we doing, bro. But I gotta go AI.
Okay.
Shout out Kurt. Shout out my homeboy Kurt. Biggest AI fan I know. Shout out Kurt.
Cool. I like that. I like where you went with that.
You know, I show no respect, nothing but respect.
Huncho, how do you feel?
I'm trying to answer this question as unbiased as possible. Right with both of them. Iverson, watching him as a kid growing up, definitely one of my favorite players. Westbrook, I don't know, man. That's tough. I'm gonna have to go. I gotta go AI, bro. I gotta go AI just because
I like it.
just to do what he was doing and the way he was balling at his size, bro. I can't pass that up, bro. Like that man could drop however many points he wanted on anybody at his size, bro. Like that's not easy. You're the dang near one of the shortest people in the league, and you balling like that. Like I can't really. And this ain't no knock on Westbrook. Westbrook, all them doggone triple doubles he getting, bro. I can't. That's one of the things that stands out for me with him, obviously. But just the things watching AI ball over his career, watching the finals versus the Lakers, watching him even when he went to the Nuggets, he was still balling. Like I can't not give it to him. I can't.
Bro, he averaged 27 or 26 points for his entire
On his career,
bro.
Yeah, bro.
He's
and the fact, bro, he did play with some nobodies on the Sixers, bro. He had freaking Eric Snow,
Aaron
freaking
McKee,
Derek Coleman, and freaking
those are all-time great teams. That's an all-time great team, bro.
You're right, y'all are definitely right.
And once again, and I say this before you go, Jay, I'm not trying to disrespect Russ because Daryl is my witness. Way back when they got to that first finals, I was one of the few people sticking up for Russ when they was That was when slandering Russ at one of his peaks was when he played Miami in that finals. I remember to this day. I still remember. I changed my Twitter picture to Russell Westbrook jersey. Well, y'all not about to slander this dude for going out there and playing the way that he played against the Heat. Then I believe he scored. He had what was the big game he had? He may have went off for 40 or something.
40 something.
Yeah. So I'm not disrespecting Russ by picking AI, but AI was just. I mean, he was different at, like I said, realistically at 5'10", bro. Jay-Tay.
Go ahead, Jay.
So I'm kind of torn by this as well, but I think a lot of people also will probably go with Allen Iverson for his cultural impact as well. Like, I just think that's something super important, and I think that what probably takes him over the top. But honestly, I'm gonna choose Russ. I'm gonna choose Russ. And the reason why I'm gonna choose Russ is AI balled in college. But like I said, I love AI. You know what I'm saying? Me coming up, growing up, AI was the player to be. But anybody who know me knows that Russell Westbrook is my absolute favorite player in the NBA. So I'm going to back my boy up on this one. And there's really not an argument, but for the fact, like I said, I love AI, but Russell Westbrook is my favorite player because, the tweet says it. Like Melo says, it's like splitting the hair. I mean, like AI did beat, honestly, arguably one of the greatest basketball teams. Like Melo said, he stopped them from going 16-0. That's a huge feat. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody really say they did that, but AI. But the reason that I'm just leaning towards Russell is like I said, man. Even AI said it, and even a lot of people said it. Russ is a mix of AI and Kobe, so to speak, with his instinct and his intensity and just how he carries himself for the game. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just pay homage and pay it forward for that reason. You know what I'm saying? That even the GOAT himself, AI, recognized Russ and his skill set and stuff. So. And like I said, I just go with the triple doubles. It's not an easy feat, because if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. So I'm gonna go with Russ on this one, and I think it's solely with my heart because, like Melo said, it's like literally splitting with a hair. And I know this is gonna be tough for Lamb because Lamp is like, as long as I've known Lamp, I know him to be an Allen Iverson fan, and as long as I've known Lamp, I've known him to be a Russell Westbrook fan. So it's perfect that he's ending this. But like I said, I don't disagree with Melo or Huncho at all. I'm choosing with my heart, y'all. Shout out to that boy Brody. That's my favorite player. So I'm gonna go with Russ. I'm gonna just go with Russ.
All right. Let me break it down for y'all.
Melo,
We
bet $10. Lamp say Russ.
You why I gotta have AI? We both picked AI. I want Russ.
So look.
He gonna say Russ.
So look, y'all.
Which he should. Like I said, what did I say? I said Steph gonna make the AC. And I stand by that. As he should.
You fellas definitely make great points. And you make a great point as well. Like his cultural impact on the league
I need my
was
10.
impact to like nobody else was doing that. You can compare it to Michael. He was a bucket. Wasn't nobody guarding AI. Like his rookie year, he crossed up the GOAT. His rookie year, you really wanted to be AI when he came into the league.
I wanted his shoes, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Bro, I wanted all of his shoes.
All of them.
All of them. I wanted every single pair. Like AI was an icon. For sure. Hall of Famer. For sure. Like y'all boys said, like nothing wrong.
Bro, he averaged 23.5 points his rookie year.
His rookie year, 23.
Came out of college putting up 23.5 from the.
Yeah, he was balling in college too.
5'10".
What AI was that deal? But
where my money at, man? Run me that.
But that man Russell is just a different story.
Wait, I said he was gonna say Russ.
I did too. You tried to sneak me and give me AI. The only person I would possibly say that he would pick against Russ is maybe Kyrie or maybe KD. Other than that, like it's Russ.
Definitely KD.
I've been supporting Russ since like the days soon after he
when
came
it was
into the
unpopular
league.
to support Russ, we were supporting Russ, bro.
Man, I was arguing with people left and right about Russ.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna say about Russ is the most athletic point guard we have ever seen. The only person you can compare to him was Derrick Rose before he got injured.
MVP Rose.
The only person you can compare to him.
Shout out D Rose, he been hooping lately.
Shout out to D Rose.
Shout out to Derrick Rose, baby.
He's actually been balling.
Got them Knicks boys looking like a playoff team for real.
But yeah, to be honest, I want to tell y'all this, and I'm going to lowball it. If Russell Westbrook shot 38%, 38.8 like Chris Paul, 38.8%, and this is a lowball from the three, we would be arguing that he's not the best player in the league right now. If only he shot more than 35%. If he shot more than 35%, he would arguably be one of the best players in the league right now.
He would be a champion.
If not the best player.
He'd be a champion. If he could shoot 38%, he would be a champion.
He would definitely be a champion.
If he still had his midi he had at OKC, early on at OKC, and he was able to put together a season where he shot 38% from three, I ain't gonna disagree with that.
Russ mid-range used to be deadly.
He was the reason, bro. I admired Russell Westbrook's mid-range pull-up so much.
It was
I
unguardable.
patterned my mid-range pull-up after Russell Westbrook.
It was unguardable. You couldn't guard that because
If you notice, my favorite spots are the elbows.
Yeah, where his spots
If
at.
you ever noticed that my favorite spots are the elbows because of Russell Westbrook.
His mid range was unguardable, so let him shoot more than 37% from three. He's definitely winning the championship. And my key thing about Westbrook is growth. Like, a lot of people could say that he loved to be the center of attention or that one person on the basketball team, the superstar that does it by himself. But if you watch the way he plays right now, he will take 7 or 8 shots and be content. and set up the rest of his team. Set up Bradley Beal so he can compete with Steph for a scoring title.
You mean he set up the best player on that team?
I mean, you can say that. You can.
There's no disrespect.
Yeah,
Bradley Beal is
you
a
can
bucket.
say that. Yeah, he's a.
We're not talking. Okay, we're not talking that Russ. We're talking Washington.
Yeah, Washington Russ. Like I said, he set up the best. Like he set up Bradley Beal to compete with Steph to win the scoring title.
And I say that, and I really say that because that was his issue with KD. He wasn't saying KD up.
Exactly. Like if he had the mindset he has today in OKC, they definitely want to win the title. I don't think KD would have went to Golden State. But like I said, all that has to do with growth. In Houston, he was doing the same thing. And the crazy thing is, Russell can play off ball, even though he can't shoot. He can play off ball because as soon as he gets the ball, he's driving to the rim, which then
he collapsed in defense.
Collapse the defense. And now I can pass it out to somebody who's open who can shoot.
And not to mention, even Russ, and nothing against AI, but Houston was playing him at center. They had him at point center for a couple of games too. So that just shows you, the type of versatility that, Russ also brings to the game. Not to say that, AI can't big body nobody, but Russ gonna give you that dog, and he'll pick up a big defender. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, and Russ can still give you the points that AI can give you. That's the thing. Russ can still give you the points AI can give you. It might not be as efficient, but he will still give you those points.
We can't say as much, but he can give you points.
Yeah, he will give you those points.
Career averages of 26 versus 23. It's not as much, but it's
like I'm saying, on a given night.
Yeah,
that's what
on
I'm
a
saying.
given night.
On
Yeah,
a
I'll
given
give you
night.
that. I was gonna say we can't
I'm not
go
saying
that far.
averages, but on a given night he can give you those same points.
Yeah, AI led the league in scoring multiple years. So.
Yeah, of course. But like I'm just saying on a given night. So he can give you those same numbers on a given night. Russ can give you 40, on top of giving you 15 assists and 17 rebounds.
Yeah. AI led the league in scoring 4 years to be exact. Just
no, and that's not to take anything away from.
I'm saying that just to make sure I got the stats backed up.
Yeah,
backing up the stats. Once again, I told you, I don't listen. It is hard to split this decision, so I'm good either way.
And like I said,
I'm not arguing either way.
We definitely are splitting hairs, but to have somebody who definitely can he can give you all in categories. If we're going to talk about the categories that you really want to be putting up numbers in, is points, assists, and rebounds.
I think statistically, Russell Westbrook has a case to be a top 5 point guard.
Exactly. If you want to talk,
so we're talking we're just statistical production here. Similarly with LeBron, right? LeBron's biggest case for being the GOAT is his stats.
Yeah.
Listen, that's the reason he's up there. He has a case statistically to be a top 5 point guard.
He's 6'3", averaging over 10
triple
rebounds.
Double, bro.
He's 6'3", averaging over 10 rebounds. Name somebody 6'5". Name somebody 6'7", averaging 10 rebounds. It's hard. LeBron doesn't even average 10 rebounds.
He's never averaged 10 rebounds.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That's real. And he's a point guard. That's what I'm saying. That tenacity, that will to give 100% at all times.
He does.
I feel like that's the only thing that separates. And I'm saying that's what separates him from Iverson, because Iverson is going to give you the points. He's going to will you, like y'all said, he'll will you to the final.
He willed you to a finals
finals.
And some people, and we forget
against Bean.
We forget some people consider that Lakers team the greatest team ever until the Warriors came.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that '96 Bulls team.
Exactly. So Iverson.
Hey, what
Oh, go ahead.
My bad.
He accomplished some feats, but I'm saying that will to go night in, night out. It don't matter if it's a playoff game. It don't matter if it's a regular season game. Y'all know what y'all gonna get from me. Y'all know exactly what y'all gonna get from me. So that just really it gets me from on the fence into Russell's yard, and that's all I'm gonna say. But go ahead.
What I was just gonna ask, what year did KD leave OKC?
2017.
Yeah,
2017.
right
So
after 2016, 2017.
2016, 2017, right after the loss to the
Yeah,
Warriors.
yeah. LeBron
So
won
his first
2016.
year, KD's first year in Golden State was 2017.
Yeah,
Or
2016, 2017 was
That
his
season?
first year. Nope.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but that was the year after Steph's unanimous season.
Okay. That's crazy. I'm sitting here looking at Westbrook's stats, bro. Just that I remember
That
that.
should have been his first. That should have been his first MVP season, or his first triple double season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Yep.
He left. He averaged his first triple double.
Yep.
But listen,
crazy.
fellas, what a great show, bro.
Great show.
Listen,
Man,
I feel like
episode 8.
once again we back building our momentum that we picked up from. Listen, you know what time of the show it is. This shout outs, and real quick, I want to just kick it off, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I want to kick it off.
Yeah, bro, do your thing.
What's this weekend?
This weekend? Mother's Day?
Is it
Oh
Mother's Day?
yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
Mother's Day.
sir.
This drops on what?
Oh, this drops on Mother's Day.
Mother's
Oh.
Day.
Snap.
Remy. Tweet down. So check it out. Hey, shout out Latasha Brown.
Hey.
Shout out Latasha Brown.
I feel that.
The GOAT.
The goat.
Shout out Latasha Brown. Mom, I love you. Love everything you've done for me. You know what I mean? Love everything you've done for us, the family, all that. Shout out to GOAT. Shout out my mom, Latasha Brown. Shout out Aaliyah Cherry Photography. Like my boy Lamb would always say, go get them headshots. You know what I mean? Mommy and me, she got Mommy and me going on right now.
She got
serious.
y'all.
Tap in. I already done said Huncho Norris price going up. Y'all better quit playing with y'all. Okay. Y'all better quit playing with
It's
my
only
dog.
going up.
Everything he putting out getting better and better. And shout out freaking Flyers. Freaking Flyers going up too. Top five. They may be top 3 this year. Who knows? And I'm gonna end it off on Flyyr Pop. Let's get it.
Hey, I love it. I could go next since I'm talking.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Chandrea Thomas. I love you. Love you,
She
Ma.
a go too, Brody.
Go. All the mothers are goats. Y'all moms is goat. All the mothers on Mother Day are goats, and every other day they're goats. I love you, Ma. I hope you tune in and watch this. Shout out to, like Melo said, Elite Photography. Get them headshots. You feel me? Get them headshots. Shout out V Nor, my man. Shout him out, man. Like,
yes, sir.
He's helped me out. Like, he really got this heat coming. Y'all really need to tap in because
Price going up.
it's only going up from here.
Didn't you just get shared today? Yeah.
Yesterday.
When you get to your turn, let me know who shared your product today, bro.
Oh, I think I shared
Gotcha.
them. I shared them yesterday.
Okay, he gonna tell you who shared them today. Go ahead though.
But shout out Frequent
Who shared?
Flyers.
Frequent Flyers.
Music duo. I really want y'all to go tune in, and that's at FREEQUENT Flyers. Really go check it out. We on the come up. Y'all see, like, go listen.
Y'all better tap in.
We got merch coming.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and it's crazy. Flyyr Pop got merch. We got merch. Come on, man. Support. And of course, shout out my boy Above, Jay. I know you got a whole bunch of ventures coming. You in the midst. You in the trenches right now. I know you're gonna come out on the other side, and I know you're gonna be ready to share all of that. So
Man, Jay one of them people that move in silence, and then you look up and he's got
James
XY.
Bond.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
Facts.
listen, when Jay-Tay ready for you to drop that Woj bomb on us, we'll know. I'm just saying. That's all I'm gonna say about my guy Jay-Tay, because Jay-Tay really the GOAT.
Jay-Tay a real goat. That's a
He a real GOAT.
But once again, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Chandrea, I love you. Even though I don't never say your first name. Ma, I love you. Jay, go ahead.
We need them to know who they are.
So I'm gonna start off definitely happy Mother's Day to all the moms, all the dope women out there that are taking care of all of their motherly responsibilities. Shout out to my beautiful mother, Tracy Taylor. Happy Mother's Day, Ma, from me, Jana, and Jelani. We love you. And shout out to my boy J. Cole. After this, I am going to be listening to the interlude. The Real is back. The Ville is back. Flow Bananas here. Build is back. He just dropped a single. The album come out before our next show, so y'all make sure y'all pick that up. But yeah, man. Shout out God, man. Put God first. Put family first. You know, and anything is possible through it. So those just my shout outs. I'm gonna keep it simple. You know, we didn't had y'all ears for this long, so I'm gonna just keep it short and simple. Shout out to the fellas. Shout out to the Party Podcast. Shout out Flyyr Pop. Shout out Flyyr Game and Frequent Flyers. All that. It's all love over here, baby. Go ahead, Huncho.
Yes,
end it off for us.
Yes, sir. Shout out Flyyr Pop, man. Like the boy said, it's Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Like the boy said, we truly appreciate y'all for everything y'all do, taking care of y'all motherly duties, dealing with your knucklehead sons, all that.
Mama!
We appreciate y'all. But gotta give a special shout out to the one and only Lisa Norris. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Love you, bottom of my heart. You already know that. Appreciate you for everything that you've ever done for me, and continue to be great. Continue to do your thing. I love you. Shout out to my boys, Melo, Lamp, Jay. Keep doing y'all thing, man. Keep progressing. Remy. Shout out Flyyr Pop. Appreciate you, man. Keep progressing.
Flyyr Pop.
Man, shout out V-Nor Designs, man. Honestly,
Who shared your work today, bro?
Oh, okay. So yesterday, I'm not someone that too much cares about that stuff, but it is good to see that your work is getting that, getting seen. But I did a piece for a rapper, and he shared my work on his story. So,
and he put straight fire on it. He shared it, put straight fire emojis. He was
it was fire. It was fire. It's the truth.
It was fire. It was excellent work. I'm telling you.
It's cool to see and everything, but I'm really be glad if I can really work with one. So that's when it's gonna really, it's gonna feel like it's paying off. So stand down, keep working until then.
Bro. That's baby steps, bro. Baby steps.
You gotta start somewhere, bro. Like I said, I'm proud of you, Brody. I done seen your progression. I done got some work from you. You know what I mean? Like I'm proud of your progression and keep working.
Yes, sir.
Man, y'all too, man. Y'all some goats. I'm a Arissa.
Nah, bro.
You definitely go. But,
hey, real quick.
You can't believe that. Arissa's actually a good player. She's actually a really good tank.
The only time Marissa is bad is when I play her. But listen, real quick, because we were just talking about this earlier. Kyrie just dropped 45 points on Luka Doncic tonight. Anywho,
Luka got the win though. Luka got the win.
Hey.
We talked about individual players. They was going against head to head. We was talking individual players. And Luka get up at 45. And Luka went all of 7 to 22.
Man.
Luka got 7 to 22 off.
I can't wait to see what happened in that game. But thank y'all for tuning in. This has been like one of our longest episodes. We really had a lot to talk about this episode. I really feel like it was.
Man, if y'all got to this point, man, we really appreciate.
Yeah, if y'all really made it all the way through,
y'all the real MVP for getting to this point.
If y'all really made it all the way through, we thank y'all for real, and I'm pretty sure that's from all the bottoms of all of our hearts.
Yes.
But yeah, that's another episode of the Party Podcast.
Hey man, shout out number 8, bro.
Shout out Bean, man.
8 around these parts. That's the first 16,000 points.
Yes, sir.
Hey man, shout out Remy.
Flyyr Pop.
On that
Man, tune in. Flyyr Gaming. If you good, try to get on the squad. They might be having tryouts. I don't know.
No, you didn't.
Shut up, bro. Shut up.
And on that note, we out. The party out.
Hey, we out of here. Thank everybody for tuning in.
Get it.
Party Podcast.
We out.
And I'm going to stop recording now.